We were here the whole time.
I just got out my phone.
When you hear that noise, you drink.
That thunderous thunderclap means it's time for Adventurers Wanted Omen.
Yay!
Cheers.
I feel there should be another thunderclap at that point. But yeah, like, carry on with your job.
Thanks, mate. My name is... Can I finish my script? Yeah, cool. My name's Chris. I'll be your DM, Dungeon Master, for this evening. Before we dive in too deep, how familiar is everyone in this room with Dungeons & Dragons as a concept? Yep, that's good. Cool. There are lots of rules in D&D. There are lots of things and dice get rolled and stuff, but don't worry, we keep it real simple and we'll explain everything we're doing as we go along, especially where we've changed the rules because it's more fun. So, everyone on stage is playing fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. The four people to my left and right have their own unique special character with a unique special character sheet in front of them, which they will be taking numbers off and adding to dice rolls. Yes, they normally roll d20s. This is a d20, it has 20 sides, hence d20. 20 is good, 1 is hilariously bad. Feel free to boo and or cheer depending on how you feel about the character at that point in time when they roll. Everything else in that universe that happens, everything they encounter, every weather pattern, every lone bee buzzing quietly over a plane on a planet far, far away, is me. I play all of them. So I will be doing all of those and keeping track of all the dice rolls and sharing with you what they are doing as we go forth. You are joining us in the middle of an ongoing adventure. Have any of you seen the show before? Some of you have. Some of you play in it. Most of you are newbies. Lovely. To explain really, really quickly what we've been doing for the last year. The four players to my left and right play characters who are a member of a group called the Viridescent Order. Viridescent is a fancy word for green. They are monster hunters. They travel through the multiverse, jumping through planar gates to try and stop the terrible forces of Cthulhu. That's Cthulhu, not Cthulhu, in case there's any worry about copyright, which isn't done anyway. Yes. Oh, I'm out of practice. We'll get there. They are all monster hunters. They travel through the universe fighting off monsters. Recently, they've been told that the way they travel through the universe is bad.
I did say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're now finding new ways of traveling through the multiverse, which will be explored to a certain extent in a different episode and not this one. Before we kick off too much further, there's an interval about 15 minutes, about halfway through. Because this is all improvised, we'll have to find a point when that happens. If you desperately need the loo or want to grab a drink at any point, please just walk out, walk back in again. The lights stay at this level. There's no need to worry too much about that sort of thing. We like to keep a relaxed atmosphere here. That also means that we can see you and you can see us. So if at any point you want to raise a hand and go, what? Or ask us a question, you are more than welcome to. It doesn't drop the flow.
After that impression,
It's my random audience member.
Excuse me. Dumb questions.
Well, that's how I sound. When I'm in an audience, my voice changes to that. So, excuse me, I've got a question. Yeah, my Muppet voice. Good.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah, you have, yeah. So yes, any questions throughout on like D&D mechanics and stuff, more than welcome to ask. And the mysterious figure in the back is not very mysterious at all. It's the producer of the show.
Well,
Co-producer, but does all the actual producing work. I just sit here and talk. She'll be keeping a strict eye on sound recordings, legal problems, all the stuff that's really important. We have to make sure we're doing properly. But there will be live sound effects throughout, and that's all provided.
What's her name, Chris?
What's what?
What's her name?
Chloe.
Pop quiz!
Known each other for fucking ages. But before we dive into the story, these four lovely people all also have names and also, have characters. So let's go around the table. Please give us your character's name. Give us your character's, like a bit of description of the character, the pronouns that they use and you use. And let's get a bit of a sense of who's at the table before I throw you in the deep end.
Starting with me?
Yeah, why not?
All right, here we go. Hey guys, I'm Chaz. He, him pronouns, and my character is also he, him. My character is called Speaker. Speaker is a Goliath monk. So to describe him, he's about 7 foot tall. He's completely bald, grey skin. He wears like a big long camel coat that's got all intricate magical symbols on it.
That you've never used.
What?
That you've never used.
Never used it yet. No. And the reason why he's called Speaker is because no one knows his true name because he comes from a civilization where they don't really talk to each other. even the minorest of disagreements is solved through fist fighting. So he's been sent to this monster hunting organization because it's like, here is our finest diplomat, basically, which is why he's called Speaker, because that's his job. Even though he speaks with, this is thunder, this is lightning, don't get caught in the storm, sort of situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking wow, man.
Yeah, wow. That's it. This is a big beefy ball, dude.
I'm Vic. I play Waywocket. We both have she, her pronouns. Waywocket is a swamp gnome and is small, even for gnome size, so she's about 2.5 feet tall. She is a little bit green, like colour-wise, like actually a little bit green, and perpetually damp. And would look pretty adorable were it not for the fact that she is pretty much constantly covered in blood of someone's or another. And she's also she's the resident doctor and also traitor in the Veritas Nordic.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think by now you're a quadruple agent, which is really, really, fine for everyone else.
Yeah.
My name's David. I go by he, him, and my character is a 7-foot-tall copper mechanical construct possessed by the spirit of 29 cult members. And a cat called Nugget. And the primary controller of the construct is the spirit of a 7-year-old girl, who is just known as Girl. And because I'm an idiot, I started out saying that my character goes by it, that. And as it's trying to separate the spiritual from the physical. And so I will cock that up on every available occasion that I attempt to do that. Yes.
I'm Grace. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Kithvir, who also uses they, them pronouns. Kithvir is a fairly small, fairly round, very feathery, small dinosaur person with wings. The race that they are is they are a Gerrit.
Correct.
From the Dream. Not very many people at this table know very much about it yet.
Correct.
And hopefully we'll get a little bit more into that, maybe. But
we won't. It'll never get mentioned again.
No, but Kithvir is a Dreamweaver in training and is about to get thrown fairly deeply into the deep end, I reckon.
That is correct. So, without further ado, let's dive into the adventure. When we, in D&D terms, roll initiative, we don't actually roll initiative because that's very complicated. So instead what we're going to do is I'm going to flip a coin, and if it lands one side up, which someone will decide, these guys will go first, otherwise the monsters will go first, because we're diving straight in today.
We're going straight into combat.
Go straight into combat.
All right.
Straight in.
Diplomacy here, thank
Time
goodness.
to have a frank discussion of ideas.
Audience, heads or tails? Is that for the monsters to go first or the team to go first? Tails? Tails for the team to go first.
Good catch.
It's heads!
Damn it, audience.
Can you all please roll me a flat d20, just a flat roll to see how things have gone for you so far?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You are all there. None of you know how it's gone so far.
A little bit of backstory behind this. On my first ever dice set that I owned, I lost my D20. I've been cursed with bad rolls ever since. I have bought a replacement D20 for that dice set. This could make or break the dice curse. There you go. Flat roll.
Flat roll.
3.
To make the case of the dice giveth and
the dice taketh away. Yeah.
This is the first time I've rolled this D20. I just rolled a natural 20.
Yeah!
It's going very well, Chris.
It's a good start. So,
I knew I was going to play a character named Copper, and so I went out and bought these copper dice. I love them a lot, and I'm super committed to them.
But
I just rolled a natural 1.
And
these dice have fucked me on every available occasion, but I cannot get rid of them.
So I think we come to around 10.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything special about my dice roll, but I rolled a 4.
Where's your dice story, man?
Not the lowest roll. I maintain the curse is broken.
Average of 10, average of 3.5.
right. In which case, I need the three of you to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
It's going to go super well.
That is also a flat roll.
Not you, you're fine. 12.
12.
14.
14.
Sorry. There we are. It's up there. That is a 16.
Excellent.
Yeah. Smart cooking.
You have not lost any memory of the past 24 hours.
Cool.
I was only 2 lower.
Waywocket,
Yeah.
when we begin properly, you will have no idea how you got to where you are, and you will have no idea what is going on. The last thing you remember is stepping out of the dream, Kithvir guiding you through the dream, and that's it.
Do I remember meeting Kithvir? 'Cause
Yes.
I've never met them before.
Yes. Kithvir was introduced to you as someone who can guide you through the dream. Instead of punching portals through time and space, which was actually really damaging the dream because that's what you were punching through,
Cool.
you are now being guided through by a very able Gerrit guide who live in the dream and know how to do that.
Okay.
You may have spent some time with them, gotten to know them a little bit, but yeah, that's
Cool.
the last thing you
Okay.
remember.
How did I get to the dream?
You were passed through, you were in the Nexus, you were in where everyone starts off, and then you moved through the dream to this point here.
Did I fall asleep?
No.
It's like I've missed an episode in Waywocket's story.
You've just lost an hour.
Okay.
Speaker,
Yep.
you remember from the point when you arrived here, but you can't remember what you're doing.
But I am currently engaged with combat.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that in a second.
That's all I need.
I know I need to roll a lot of dice. Cool. You are all in a antechamber of some description. You two in particular remember you were going to a plane of existence where a lot of necrotic energy was swirling around, possibly bringing about the end times? You're on the antechamber of a temple complex. You don't know much about it. You walked into it and got set upon. Kithvir, you have flown onto one of the columns. There are 6 columns in the center of this room. You flew on top of one of them and are just watching the carnage underneath unfold. Because, Waywocket, you are being attacked by one strange, shadowy creature that you do not recognize that has just raked its claws across your body. You are... Take 10 hit points off, please. You rolled a 1. I mean, you win.
It's good. Yeah. Let me enjoy other people's misery
You're the
first.
4, I'm the 3. Let's see how this works out.
Speaker, you are also being attacked by one of these shadowy creatures, and you have also just been hit by it.
Oh.
There are also 4 mummified, zombified creatures shambling around you, hitting you with various extremities.
Oh, of course they are.
Oh, they are, that's correct. You've lost 15 hit points.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Hi.
Hey, man. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? You right?
Am I dead?
A black shadowy figure is also looming over Copper, who is prone on the ground.
I thought I didn't lose any memory. How'd I get here?
There are also 4 zombies around you.
What?
You are being laid into by them, and you have lost half your hit points.
Ooh. Ooh. Right, fair enough. There we are.
So, what is everyone's initiative modifier, please?
Plus 4.
Uh-huh,
+2.
uh-huh,
Plus 6.
uh-huh.
It's -2, Chris. Chris is -2.
-2, lovely.
I put in a Tempest spell cleric, so I'm just changing this. They're my spell cards.
You can. The spells in this game are very complicated. Vic uses spell cards. You're using an online system. Yep. There are many ways of dealing with the fact that spells ask that you do a million different things very quickly. Good.
I don't have spells because I can't deal with that.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
He's
I
very
don't even have
notable.
a weapon. Just punching things.
Right. The zombies around you are going to keep wailing on you.
That makes sense.
Open.
Again, I'm still not sure how I got here.
You walked into a temple and were attacked by zombies.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Always
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Typical Thursday night.
Basically, yeah.
If I had a nickel.
What is your armor
Or
class?
a copper, as it were.
My armor class is 19.
Cool. The zombies are currently quite ineffectually flailing at your sides. They appear to have sort of dogpiled on top of you and are just sort of lying there over you, just...
I imagine that this would tickle if I could feel anything.
But yes, The zombies around Speaker. What is Speaker's armor class, please? 17. Cool. One has bitten into your shoulder and is just hanging on for dear life. One has sort of tried to grab you in the midriff, but it's not.
Hugs.
But it's not quite managing to break the skin. So what you've got is just one clawing at your midriff, one bit into the shoulder, and two others around, just trying to get in and do stuff. You take damage. You take 3 points of damage.
Thank you.
Yep. Good. The floaty shadow things, Kithvir, you're getting the best overview of this. The floaty shadow things, where they have raked their strange semi-amorphous clawed-like hands through two of your, I was going to say friends, but you don't really know them that well, allies.
Comrades.
Comrades in arms.
Colleagues. All right, we'll work together.
Where they have raked through them, there's a very strange effect as that happens. They appear to have almost been stunned for a second, and as that has happened, it's almost like wisps from their head have been pulled into the claw, and are then flowing down and into the amorphous creature. All three of them are going to attack the ones they are currently facing, starting with Copper. That is a 22 to hit, which hits you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
If Chris laughs, that's not a good noise.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of slashing damage.
We've all enjoyed Copper. It's dead now. It's not dead. No.
And 16 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Please make a wisdom saving throw.
That is a 19.
Cool, you are not stunned.
Yay.
Speaker,
Yes.
what was your AC again?
17.
17. Yep. A claw again reaches, and this one, while the zombie's gripping onto Speaker's shoulder, seems to almost reach out from behind and through the spine, is just sort of grabbing hold from behind. Speaker, you take... I'm just going to roll all these at once. There we go. 10, 18, 21, 24 points of damage. Some of that is psychic, some of it's slashing, but you don't have any special bonuses on that, so...
How much was it again? 24, did you say?
24, yes. 24 points of damage, and please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Certainly. I just need to do maths on this.
Quite all right.
Cool. Thank you.
It's a bloodbath down there, Kithvir.
Sounds like it. What is your current HP total?
13.
Chris, you would like to know the result of the wisdom saving throw?
I would, please.
It's a natural one.
It's a... Would you like to trade a dice, buddy?
It's going to be a short show, guys. Hope you
I was in with me.
do
I will
after
have to
this.
swap a dice with you.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. That's why I have all of my D20s out, because things go in jail very quickly.
As you see Speaker sort of rear back as this claw bursts through his chest and just grabbing through again, he appears almost like he is stunned for a round, because he's stunned for a round. And he will make an intelligence saving throw on his turn.
Your
Wait,
turn
what?
first, though.
Waywocket. Well, that's a 17 on the dice, so that definitely hits you.
I mean, what's their modifier?
Plus 8.
Okay, and then
You take 9, 11, 19, 21 points of damage. And please make me a wisdom saving throw.
it's gonna be a very short game.
No, it isn't.
Oh, 10, because I can't roll for shit apparently.
Cool. You are also stunned.
Sick.
Oh my god.
And then we woke up and it was all a dream.
That was last session.
Copper, it is your turn. You are currently being dogpiled by 4 zombies and a black floating
Something or other.
amorphous cloud creature is leering over you.
I'm having a flipping tantrum, mate.
Are you?
Yay.
Copper has had enough of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite remember why I'm here or what is happening.
You do actually
I
remember.
do, but it's all become very confusing. And I don't like it. And I'm going
Okay.
to have a tantrum.
You rage as a bonus action. That's
So I'm
fine.
raging.
Yup.
As a side effect of that, I'm also invoking my ancestral protectors,
Cool.
which are the other cult members within me. So there's a swirling sort of small sort of points of light start sort of swirling around Copper's 7-foot mechanical form as the other spirits all start fighting on my behalf. And I'm going to. I guess I get to pick one target. A zombie.
You don't want to pick the big
the
thing?
big floaty bad
The
thing.
clearly worse big floating black
Let's
thing?
take the big floaty bad thing.
And you say I do nothing nice for you.
I never would. And so until the start of my next turn, that target has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against me. So that's a very selfless act. Yes.
It definitely it elevates that when you point out to the audience that it was a very, very...
It's a very selfless act. I'm a very generous player.
It's very nice, guys.
And then I'm going to punch everything!
Okay.
So I'm going to punch... so I've got zombies everywhere.
Dogpile, all over you.
So I'm just going to flail out and hit zombies.
Cool, hit a zombie.
I can't hit the big black thing, right? It's a long way away.
It's floating above you. You could try and hit it too.
I'm going to go zombies first.
Cool.
Let's
Make me an attacker roll.
I make an attacker roll. That is a 23.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You just lean out and just one of the zombies is currently on your arm. You just go and just crush it into the ground.
So that's 1d8. So I don't roll d8s. Here we go. This is a d8. Yes,
Yes, mate.
it is. This is a 1d8 plus 4. That is 14.
That's a D10, but I'll allow it.
All right.
14 points of
said
damage.
yes. Where's the 8? Here it is.
As you roll D20, sorry. As you smash it out and just hit it to one side, one of its legs just goes flying off into the middle distance.
And I'm going to hit again.
A different one or the same one?
I assumed it was dead. No, I'm going to hit it again. No, different one. I think it's a
Different one?
sort of thing.
Yeah, fine.
This is a d8. Yes, there are no more numbers
You need to
than
make
8.
the attack roll first with the D20.
I know, I'm just checking.
Just, you know.
I don't want to make a fool of myself again. That is a no, that can't be 17. Come on, David, maths. That is a 13.
That hits. Roll the damage.
It's a 7.
7 points of damage. That one you sort of grab up and sort of hold over you and just squeeze, and its neck bulges and its head just pops off.
Cool.
It's not dead.
Oh, nice. You also hear a voice that is not Copper's just say, the girl is frightened and we protect the girl.
Not creepy at all.
Yeah.
Lovely. Speaker,
I'm stunned by this whole endeavour.
you are stunned by this whole endeavour. Please make me an intelligence saving throw.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fresh dice now for all this keeping track. Intelligence saving throw.
Yes, please.
9.
In your head, the voice that's echoing through goes, "Oh, what to choose? First kiss, I think." You lose memory of your first kiss.
Oh, wow.
Oh, mate.
Savage.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Cool.
Waywocket, you are stunned.
I'm
Maybe an
stunned.
intelligence saving throw.
15.
You pass. So it reaches and grabs through you and tries to claw a memory out of your brain, but you resist the effect.
I've had worse things in my head than you.
Creepy, but true. Right. Kithvir, you see all this happening.
Are we unstunned now?
You are now unstunned. Cool. It's only one round.
Oh, me as well?
Yeah, it's the only one round.
Oh, there you go.
Back in the game.
Small mercy, 17 hit points to go. Let's see how this goes out.
How many zombies are there, Chris?
There are 8 zombies in total.
8 zombies. Okay.
One's head is over there and one's leg is over there, but they're
Do
all
they
still.
count as 9 zombies?
Oh, they took my head.
No, they still
threw it
count
over
as
there.
8. Yeah, exactly. They still count as 8, but
Okay.
bits of them have sort of spread out a bit.
Scattered.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What I would like to do is how far above? Is
About 20 feet up.
About 20 feet up. Okay. So I'm sitting on a rafter and
On top of a pillar, on top of a crumbling stone pillar.
nice.
The theme is all very Mayan.
Nice. Okay. I'm sitting on top of a crumbling Mayan stone pillar.
Yeah.
And
Vines, you know.
oh shit.
Yeah,
That's great. Yeah. Cool. So what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
is
No, tell us more about the architecture.
I was going to paint a word picture, but what I'm actually just going to do now is I'm gonna try and turn undead. So what?
Oh,
You
shit,
were
I
depending on
thought
me
you
quite a lot. I did hear the don't go for the zombies, and I was like, you're putting a lot of faith in me right now, Chris. You're putting a lot of faith in me. Right
So you'd like to turn
I'd like
undead.
to turn undead. Yes.
Lovely. What you'll be doing is any undead that can see and or hear you, which is all of them, need to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC, which is what?
15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies, as we all know, infinitely wise.
Yes.
Zombies have a modifier of
If they
that.
are less than CR half, then I can destroy them.
They are not. Almost like Chris planned this. Right, good.
I have a question.
Yes.
What if they're turned twice in one round?
And then they come back again.
I'm good. I'm evil.
Or they get.
Couldn't have two people trying to get through a door. You've turned. Let me turn. Oh God.
I think the correct answer is that they get a little bit lonely and they're never coming round. Right. Very much. So, that is a 15 on the dice for the zombies, so they pass. And that is a 19 on the dice for the smoke things, so they pass as well. My apologies, I rolled very well.
All right.
Very good move, though.
Thanks, Chris.
How do you try and turn the undead? What do you do to turn the undead?
I think that Kithvir is panicking,
Fair.
if I'm honest with you.
Totally fair.
They have not dealt with anything like this ever
Mhm.
before, until fairly recently when they did deal with something that equally was fairly terrifying.
It was a living nightmare, yeah.
A living nightmare,
Yeah.
That was not great for them.
Mm.
So what they're doing is, Kithvir hasn't spent very much time in the prime material plane yet.
Yes, true.
So they are sort of, in their panic, they try to reach through to the dream, which
Yep.
is their home plane, their home dimension.
Yep.
And put forward this sort of plea of panic of what they're looking for, and sort of they like make a gesture almost like they're opening a portal,
Mm-hmm.
and gather the energy that comes from the dream
Mm-hmm.
from this panicked plea that they put towards it, and then try and channel that towards.
And you do.
I
And
do.
the
But-
effect spreads from you, and it is impressive. However, these zombies and shadow monsters are made of sterner stuff, and seeing it, they don't react in the way you expect. They manage to hold on to their ability to not run the fuck away. Good.
May I use a bonus action, please?
Of course.
I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. So
Checking
you.
the rules.
What a great idea.
Well, yeah, it's a bonus action, but I don't know how it works with Channel Divinity.
Oh, no, Channel Divinity is a spell like ability, it doesn't work in the same way. Go for it.
Nice. Okay, so you all get a D4 plus 4. It's a 1, so you get 5.
Hey, it's better.
Take it.
It's better
Everyone
than
gets
nothing.
5.
So you get 5.
Everyone gets 5 hit points.
I tried my best,
I'm
everybody.
back up to
and
half.
I planned very hard, and nothing I did was effectual.
In
I
my
mean-
prepping for spells, I forgot I was a cleric and had healing magic.
Cool, that's not concerning at all.
So much damage, though.
I forgot that until about 5 minutes before the show started, and then I thought, do you know what?
Tip the clerics, guys.
Right. The zombies. Flail awkwardly at you.
Yay!
The leg hops towards you, and it doesn't have an attack. It just boop, boop. Like it's trying to help, but it's a leg. The head is on the ground near you. The body without the head is looking for the head. The head can clearly see the body and is trying to guide the body towards the head, but it can't quite work out where it's supposed to go to get to the head. And the head sort of next to you tries to lean over and bite you, and fails miserably to do so. But there's a little head there with the arms going around your head. Speaker, the zombies around you roll far better. Finally. Good. That is a dirty, dirty 20. Does it hit you?
Yes.
Lovely.
It's the ambulance coming for you guys.
Knock, knock, open up the door. There we go. It is 3 points of damage times 4, so 12. They claw and bite into you. The one that is still bitten onto your shoulder is still there biting on your shoulder. The one manages to break the skin of your stomach and is starting to try and scoop out your innards. Another two from behind are just scratching your back. Scratching your back.
For those keeping track, I'm now on single digits.
On the plus side, you do get 5 hit points.
Yes. And what a glorious 15 seconds it was.
The floating creature that's seen what you've done with the ancestral spirits floating around is just watching with intrigue.
Oh, good.
Because it steals memories, and there are a lot of memories in you.
Yeah, there are.
There are a lot of memories in you.
Mm-hmm. Some of them brand new.
It dives towards you and almost dives through the cloud of ancestral spirits and through you, and is trying to just like get as much as it possibly can. It is trying to engorge itself on it. It is very excited. It rolled a 26 on the attack roll.
That'll do it, yeah.
Yep. Now you'll take half damage from the bludgeoning, so I'll do that first. So you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Just chipping away at that 5.
Correct. And you take another 13 points of psychic damage as it passes through you. Can you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
That is a 5.
Stunned, held in position. Speaker.
Yes.
The one floating over you who has just engorged itself on your very, very dear memory.
Yes.
That is now it. It is holding on to that memory and enjoying it, and it wants more, so it tries to reach in deeper and attack you again.
Of course.
There we go. And as it reaches through you and tries to take more from you, you just push back psychically, and it doesn't manage to break through your armor cloth. Waywocket, the one that is attacking you, is going to try again. And rolls a 2, so nope, that doesn't happen either. And again, this one is floating around trying to engage you, but doesn't manage to actually break through. Roll me an intelligence saving throw, my darling.
That is a 12.
Again, a voice in your head. Oh, and it's suddenly realizing there are 30.
Yeah.
29 humans and a cat. Memories to sift through, and it's just trying to find something juicy, something special. What does it find?
Only because it's really narratively fun. If it finds the memory of the first time so this is like deep lore. If it finds the memory of the first time that Rust lied, because that's basically what everyone's focusing on right now.
So it's finding when the cult leader of the cult that lives inside you first lied to his daughter, who basically controls you.
Yeah, well,
Great.
the first lied to his daughter's mother, which is
the deep lore.
This was broadcast to the entirety of the people inside Copper at one point, which basically created a rift inside the cult that is inside Copper. If that memory goes, then the rift disappears.
Fair.
So that's narratively interesting. If not for you, then for me.
Thank you. David. Speaker. You're no longer stunned. Speaker.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay, first thing, let's burn a key point and go flurry of blows.
On what? What are you trying to hit?
On what? Well, here is the thing.
Yes, mate.
Obviously on this shadow being,
Yes.
does it appear corporeal?
It is incorporeal. Your fists are magic weapons.
Ah, yes, that's true. Well, let's do all of the flurry blows on it, but if the first one doesn't connect, then we'll just see who else is knocking about. There's a zombie on my shoulder.
Make an attack roll.
I'll just roll all 4 at once. We'll save us a bunch of time. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we have a natural 19.
That hits.
Natural 15 plus 7.
That hits.
Natural 13 plus 7. And
That
a 3
hits.
plus 7.
3 out of 4 hit.
What?
3 out of 4 hit.
3 out of 4 hit. Let's go. Okay.
Monks!
And if you'll allow for the stylistic view, it's just as you push back, just turn and just start punching holes in a shadow. And then just sort of, you can see these holes forming, and it's looking horrified.
Literally shadowboxing.
It seems like the curse has been broken for the D6s at least.
Go on.
That is, that's 24 points of damage.
Yeah, as you punch at this, it's looking real unhappy. Almost like it's never experienced pain before.
Excellent. Well, I'm happy to teach.
Great. Very good, very
still,
good.
Yeah, just imagine this angry man, but just still a zombie, like.
I mean, there is one literally trying to scoop out your small intestine right now, so yeah. Okay, Waywocket.
So
No, you've done that. Yeah.
Grace has kind of reminded me of something I can do as a cleric, which is turn undead.
Correct, you can.
So let's have a crack at this.
Mm-hmm.
Double cleric party.
Almost like I thought it might happen. Well, there you go. The shadow creatures, how do you turn undead? What are you doing to turn undead?
I will hold out my arms towards them, and I point to these zombies and go, "You are shoddy work! And I don't know what you are, but you're pissing me off!"
Well, the zombies rolled a 16 on the dice, but they have a -2 to wisdom checks. So they run in.
Yeah.
Get to that in a second. The shadow creatures rolled an 8, and even though they have a +3, they still run in, right? It's a 15 for you, isn't it?
15 DC.
Yeah. Everything is now, as this wave pops out, everything is turning. The one that was already scared of you is also turning tail and getting the fuck out.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it.
I would like to take it.
Absolutely do.
I can't add anything onto this, can I?
It's just an attack roll, sorry. Just as you go.
Attack.
Yeah.
Just straight attack.
Yeah,
You're
mate.
just punching him.
So I can't spend an extra key point to do a strong right hook and do max damage.
Yes, you can.
Okay, well I will do that then. If I hit it. That's a natural 15 plus 7.
Yeah.
How
How does your strong right hook manifest? How do you do that? As it looking away, we're just like fades back. It's going to fade into the wall. It's going to go. It's going to get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
It's going to GTFO massively.
Speaker comes from a place of mountain, so
Yep.
so it's almost like there's a light dusting of frost
Ooh.
on his hand, and then just goes, that's 10 points of damage.
Perfect. Thank you.
And for my bonus action, on my turn, I would like to point at Copper and go, "And you, nobody kills you but me." And I cast Shield of Faith.
Yay!
Still no hit points, but an AC of 21.
I have 2 hit points left. This is great. So now, so I have 21.
Right. Waywocket, you also get attack opportunity on either... No, there are no zombies around. You get attack opportunity on the Mind Spectre. That's what they're called. As it runs the fuck away from you, if you'd like to take it.
I have a mace. I will just...
Is it a magical mace?
It's a normal mace. It's
Make an attack roll.
cleric standard issue mace.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
I mean, it doesn't hit.
Well, also, as you swing a non-magical mace through, it just passes through the shadow and does nothing because it's made of shadow.
Could have seen that coming.
As it
First
also,
time I've used my mace, by the way.
yeah, what it's doing is, with a look of fear at you, is just fading into the floor.
I'm just going to go, "And stay out!" That's what I thought.
Nothing. Yeah. The one that you it's looking like upset and worried and just back into the wall behind it. The other Mind Spectre that is near you is also going to try and GTFO.
So the way I've just thought about this is that it's taken a memory, right?
It's taken a memory.
It's taken a memory from one spirit.
Correct.
Who is Duntran Hall, because I rolled a dice. Duntran Hall is the spirit that was currently in charge of Copper.
Okay.
I think Duntran's just going to get a bit confused and not know why it was on the girl's side.
Yep.
And just kind of disappear, which might leave room for not an opportunity attack, but I think if Copper
Are
gets
your
back
fists
in...
magical?
No, they're not.
It doesn't matter anyway then, does
Yeah.
it? No.
So I'm just basically, I think it's just going to be Copper it's just going to stand there for a second and just be very, very still.
Cool.
Because it's
the one that was sort of phasing through you just looks at you, looks at what you're doing, and just nopes out and just passes back and away. The zombies are all just slowly moving. The head tries to move, but it doesn't have momentum. So it just sort of, like its mouth trying to move it forward, it sort of falls forward flat on its face. You can see the tongue sort of... The foot is just whoop, boink, boink, bouncing away.
Are we still in initiative order?
No.
I stomp on the head.
Make an attack roll.
I got time for this. That is a dirty 20.
Well, yeah, it has an AC of 8, mate.
I want it as a pet! Oh.
Chaz, it's a head. It is no longer a head. It
I
is
would
bits
like
of
to
it.
grab the leg, if possible,
yeah.
and just beat it on the ground until it stops moving, and then
Sure.
put it in my bag.
So you're going for non-lethal damage on the zombie?
You're going for non-lethal damage on the zombie leg.
Well, I don't want it to attack me from my bag. I mean, it's a leg. I'm not too worried.
Okay, well,
I
in which
want to do
case,
some experiments
you
on
know
it
what,
later.
I'm just going to allow it. I'm just going to allow it because I
Yeah.
like the image. Yeah, it's got the thing going. It stops twitching. I mean, these zombies were normal humanoids, so this leg is about the same height as you.
It's just like sticking out like
I have a very important question about the leg.
I mean, if anyone's played Legend of Zelda, then it's one of those goblin arm things just hanging out your back.
Does it count as a magical weapon?
No,
Okay.
it's a zombie leg. What's magical about it?
It's a zombie leg.
You just took the necrotic energy that was empowering it, you just got rid of.
I can
So
cast
it's
it
just
again.
a leg.
It's just a leg.
Yeah.
It's a Mayan mummy leg.
Yeah.
As a magical humanoid, if you headbutted someone, would you technically count as a magical weapon?
No.
Apparently not.
The zombies are basically sort of like moving away from all of you. They're trying to get as far away from Waywocket as possible, but they slow.
Can I flip on the viridescent eye and look in the direction that my shadow monster has gone in?
Absolutely.
Through the wall.
Yep.
What do I see?
As you flip on your viridescent eye, which is the piece of green crystal from the gigantic crystal in the center of their home where the order is based, also green, tap it and you can now detect magic and see things on a range. You can see ghosts of necrotic energy in the wall. Not specific like, a ghost.
Yeah,
But like,
not just like, just now I'm being like
Someone in a sheet just like...
a sort of Wile E. Coyote shaped like.
no. The whole area, and in fact this whole room, and as you look around, this whole, I mean, as far as you can see, there's this horrific purplish necrotic oozing energy everywhere. And as you all take a moment to, whew, okay, that moment has passed, there's a faint thrum around you and the whole building vibrates slightly. Those of you that do remember this will remember that you were arrived in this plane of existence, saw a temple with a massive purple vortex above it slowly gaining necrotic energy, and ran inside because this might be a problem real fast, and it appears to still be happening. The music does not convey the tension of this moment very well.
I have no memory of approaching
Nope.
this.
Okay, can
But
somebody...
my guts are hanging out, right?
Yeah.
I drink both of my healing potions.
Go for it.
How much do I get from that?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, but
So
I'm drinking
44
both
plus,
of them, so
44 plus 4.
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Go for it.
And as I go, okay, I'm having a bit of an off day, so can somebody please fill me in?
We were sent here for some reasons, and those reasons will be elucidated by my colleague.
You point upwards. A crumbling Mayan pillar. This small feathery creature is sort of sitting like, just looking really, very horrified.
And
I've
I know them.
You know
They're
people.
not new to me.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at you as a horrific bite mark just slowly closes over.
I said I wanted to go because I was bored. I forget why we said we would go.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm probably not the person who knows the most about the...
Think you might be.
Right.
Almost like it was planned.
So I guess we're just going off my instincts then. Okay. Right.
The zombies are now sort of walking into walls.
Kind of sad,
How do
really.
I crouch, guys?
Jump across.
The big purple vortex above the building. I mean, I'm just the guide, but I feel like there's probably something we should be doing about that.
My eye is still on, right?
Correct.
Where's this energy coalescing?
If you look towards, I mean, it only has a range of 30 feet, but if you look down the obvious inviting corridor right in front of you, that is in no way trapped or like something you should be careful with. Yeah. As you look down that, the energy is much, much stronger over there.
Just point.
We should probably punch it. Very hard.
Yes, Copper, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yes.
Yes. I
You
think
still
we
have
should
2 hit points.
I have only got 2 hit points left.
Copper's looking like bits of copper are like
Falling
falling
off.
off Copper. Like Copper's looking in a seriously bad way.
Let's go on adventure.
And
Do I have 5 minutes?
It's up to you if you have 5
Do I have 5 minutes?
I don't think. I mean, how long will the zombies keep running away?
I have
They're
no
fine.
idea.
I mean, a short rest
Absolutely
is not out of the question.
If you guys want to take an hour, you're more than welcome to deal with the ritual finishing.
Let's not do that.
I think we probably don't have. I think we probably have 5 minutes to keep traveling if we were to keep going. But
Then someone needs to help Copper.
What's the mobility of making a cup of tea?
Takes a minute.
Making a cup of tea.
Takes a minute, yeah.
Can I make a cup of tea?
In this
I'm going
tense,
somewhere with it.
in this super intense moment, like, what are we doing? Are we going over there? Waywocket just sits down and starts, puts kettle on.
Can I roll
For some
a
reason, it's
sleight
a
of hand...
kettle.
Chris, can I roll a sleight of hand check to take Waywocket's healing potions as well?
Sure. What's your
I
passive
don't think I have
perception?
any.
You
We're
do.
a close-knit
Everyone's
team.
I
got
have
2.
four. I have four.
Oh, you got 4?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just taking 2.
You was it against my passive perception? My passive
This is
perception.
actually happening. Kithvir is sitting there like,
My passive perception is 19.
Don't talk over each other.
Sorry.
Go on.
I mean, this isn't something that I'm fantastic at, but I guess I could. Do you think the zombies are going to come back, or?
They're still there.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
named that one Cedric.
It is likely we will find more foes, I say, rolling a 22 on my sleight of hand check.
What's your passive perception?
19.
You get 2 healing potions.
Thank you. I'm just going to drink it straight away.
You're not even giving them to cover.
Oh, I've got some of those.
Okay.
There's another faint rumble of energy as this ritual clearly continues.
Okay. Before any more continues, I spread my little brown and white wings and glide down from my crumbling Mayan pillar covered in ivy. And
There's also some nice like pictographic images around as well.
yeah. Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. As I fly
Oh, you do a little
swirling down
swirly.
the pillar, I'm like, wow. I'm very observant.
Mm.
And
It's a lot of figures sort of clearly in a basement and worshipping something tentacular.
seems.
That's not a good adjective.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Tentacular coming at you.
No. Well,
Yeah, I was born in the 80s. Go on.
Are you
He's pouring it over
Yeah.
yours. Roll me 44 plus 4.
We're gonna see what that is. before-
2.
Did you roll on your extra 2?
Huh?
Did you roll the 2 healing potions? Or
Yeah,
just...
I did, yeah.
Cool.
With 2 potions. I only took the 2 because I don't know the way. I just assume that everyone has the standard issue 2.
How are you doing?
No, Waywocket has 4 because Waywocket makes their
I'm
own.
on 19.
Yes, Speaker didn't know that.
Right.
I'm a doctor.
Yes,
Um,
I'm
2.
I'm going to sort of come up behind you and like sort of tap you on the shoulder. Are you all right?
I am definitely below general capacity. I could be a lot better.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
That big shadow thing went right through the...
I guess I saw that as well. I mean, what I'm going to do, if with your permission, is I've not tried this with someone with your anatomical differences before.
I'm made of metal.
A minute has passed. The zombies that were walking into the wall are now sort of turning around and going...
Do you know this very sinister corridor?
Yeah.
That is the only obvious other point out this room.
I mean, you could also, I mean, some of you can fly.
Yeah.
You could go and look around other ways into the, Mayan pyramid where something evil's going down.
No, I'm angry. Somebody took a treasure memory. Can I just hoof one of these empty potion bottles down that corridor?
I'm going to.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to roll anything for that?
Yeah.
Seems trap free.
The zombies are turning around and shuffling slowly towards you guys.
While
They
I'm-
are slower than you. You can easily outmaneuver.
I throw another empty potion bottle at one of the zombies.
Oh my God! Please let me heal Copper. I swear to God. Please.
Cedric's coming back!
Heal Copper, do the thing!
Okay, so I'm going to, at second level, cast Cure Wounds. You
Excellent.
Get 2d8 plus a certain amount.
4.
That's better than it could have been. You get 14.
Nice. All right.
Points back.
Still less than half hit points, but we're good!
So what's actually happening is that you're running after the zombies, and this like small chicken-like, pigeon-like figure is like, oh, wait a second! like touches you on the back, and this sort of like pink tinge spreads across your already quite copperish body. Just looks a little bit brighter and pinker.
Like a
Rose Copper.
I
I'm
guess
sorry,
that's
David, you were going to say exactly that, weren't you? Yeah.
Cedric wants a hug. Let's go!
Could we
I'm
maybe
drinking
go
my tea.
over them?
Are you going to basically funnel away from the zombies down this corridor?
Let's stay here and drink tea.
Well, the relevance of my tea
Okay, look, if you sort of hurriedly slurp down your tea, maybe a Constitution saving throw to not burn your tongue.
I mean, it's a 9.
Cool. You take 2 points of fire damage to the mouth, and I mean, Vic, this is a roleplay challenge for you. You have now burnt your tongue and must deliver all of your lines as if you have burnt your tongue for the rest of the evening.
I'm going to sound like Copper.
I feel like I'm being mocked.
I would like to drink the tea.
You have drunk the tea.
And using it, cast augury, my key cup of augury, because there was a point to this, and I'm trying to work out what happens to us if we run down this corridor without taking precautions.
Okay. As you cast augury, time slows for this, otherwise it would be crazy. Well, aren't you in a pickle? Promethean's voice echoing through your head.
To be honest, I don't quite understand how I got here, so I don't have a clever comeback to that.
Hence the pickle. Also, I thought you burnt your tongue.
I'm sorry, I did, yeah. To be honest, Promethean, I'm not really sure how I feel about you right now.
I'm sorry I didn't get any of that. No, okay. Oh, yeah.
Corridor, good, bad, wield, woe, do your job, deity.
All right, touchy.
Yeah, touchy. Little bitch.
I'm sorry, have I done something? That's Promethean. That's the Promethean in character.
Okay, I'm going to say that I think we should chat later. I think I'm a bit busy right now, but after this is over, I think we should just going to sit down, hash a few things out.
Look around you.
Yep.
Nothing is moving. I've got time now. And I'm not sure if I want to tell you how good or bad a corridor is if you're not particularly happy with me. You guys have to hold this for the entire time. Failed already. No.
Fine, you want to do this now? We can do this now.
Yeah, let's do this now. Let's do this now.
In front of everyone? Okay, let's do it now. Okay, fine. True or false? You're helping Catalu end the world.
Yes, so are you.
Well, that really remains to be seen.
No, it doesn't. You've already done quite a lot to help us.
Okay, well, I'm gonna... You know what, Promethean?
No.
I like this world. It has been a real bitch.
Hang on, you like this world? The shell of a world you are currently on?
I like all worlds.
Oh.
I like the universe.
Even the oozy bits?
Even the char bits?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the char bits, but that's a whole separate thing. No, look. I think this universe has potential, and it has taken a lot from me. But...
Now drink!
But I don't want it to end. And...
So you're saying our agreement has come to an end?
Yes, I'm not saying that I support Charmageddon or whatever the Order's got planned, but... You're welcome.
Yeah, that's now canon. That's amazing.
But something is better than nothing, and if all you're offering is... I told you weeks ago now to come back with a better offer. And time is up. So you give me something right now, or this is done.
There's traps in the corridor. Fades out.
I would like to take off my holy symbol.
Yes?
And just kind of show it to the sky and go, not you then. And show it to the ground. Mm-hmm.
You will have no access to any of your spells or cleric abilities.
Super cool.
I was going to say this at the end of the session, but yeah, I kind of expected that.
Fuck, okay.
Chris, did you account for this potentially happening when you were sort of...
Beginning the session. Super fun. All right.
Let's go.
For the purposes of this, you will not have any of your class abilities. You still maintain your stats and everything on there.
Yeah.
And your hit point total, obviously.
Cool. Should have healed myself before I did that.
Don't worry, you have
Run
4
off and get
healing
the thing
potions.
again.
Your teacup will no longer function.
Yep.
That's when you pick it back up, suddenly like blow out all your spell slots in the middle of it.
Okay. No, there's that gauntlet. I like that gauntlet.
Yeah.
This
Before-
corridor might be trapped.
The corridor is trapped.
Oh, good.
Oh, give me a second. I sort of like and like flutter up in the air. Flutter up in the air.
The corridor's about, it's not tall. It's about 10 foot tall and about 5 foot wide. It's clearly meant for single file. Around it, as the zombies sort of edging closer behind, you guys can easily avoid them if you want to. If you spend a lot of time here, I will start rolling attacks. It's only about 5 foot wide and 10 foot tall. And on the outside of it, very clearly, are people being supplicant, bowing, praying as they step into this corridor.
I think one way we could probably get through this corridor is by being supplicant and praying. But what I'm going to do is fly up to the sort of the entrance to the corridor and sort of
Yes.
like sit upside down and sort of like peer through and try and sort of just have a little look and see if I can see. These guys have said that it's trapped, so I'm going to sort of have a
Roll
try and
me
have
an investigation check, please.
investigation.
Yes,
I
please.
would love to break you off one of those. That was worse than I thought it was going to be.
I need a number.
Yeah, you're going to get one in a second. My investigation check is a 6, but my passive investigation, Chris, is 21. So
The corridor is
just threw that one out there.
the corridor is roughly, looking down at about 50 foot long, and then it seems to widen out again. You can't see beyond that point because it is dark. The corridor itself, you looking at it go, I can't see anything. But as you turn away in the back of your mind, there's, hang on, there appear to be sort of circular holes at about head height all the way down.
Right. So I think that probably Waywocket will be fine, but I reckon if you guys, and I'm saying all of this from like upside down, like where I'm on the ceiling and sort of like, I think if the tall people duck down, you should probably be okay.
We just have to do what the pitchers do.
Yeah.
It's like a game.
Yeah.
I've do the picture game before.
I mean, yeah, so this one's sort of like flat on the ground like this. So I reckon probably crawl like that and you should be fine.
As you're having this conversation, zombies are slowly just
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
coming
go.
behind you.
I'm going to shout, bye, Cedric, and punch him in the face as hard as I possibly
Please,
can.
everyone.
Turns out not super hard. That was 17.
That hits, yeah.
Great.
That's quite hard.
No, it's a D8. Sorry. That's for... Ooh, that's for 12 damage.
Bye, Cedric! And as you punch Cedric in the head stays stuck to your hand, and the body just collapses underneath it, and as you're going, ang, 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 ang.
I love him!
Do you want to leave Cedric on your fist?
I leave him on my fifth for now if he's not doing, if he's just like gumming me. Then it's fine.
Your AC is currently... No, the spell faded because no longer a cleric. Your AC is 19.
No, my AC is 21 because I got
No, it
shit of
isn't.
faith. Wait, no?
No longer.
Spell's faded.
Oh,
Were you
spell's faded.
listening?
No, I didn't realise that was retroactive.
Well, the magic's
I'm
not
just really
being
worried
done.
that the head on your hand has done like 2 damage.
No, I've been healed. I'm all right.
No.
That would have been really
No,
sad.
the
I
head,
love him!
the head rolled a 6 and it has a plus attack of
Great, he
nothing.
stays.
Gung, gung, gung.
Cedric is my friend, and we're going to pray to a god I don't understand. I'm just going to start crawling through the tunnel.
Copper goes first and starts crawling through the tunnel.
Can I check for traps?
Sure.
Still have my intelligence. 18.
18. There are holes at about head height for normal humans all the way down the corridor.
Oh, right, yeah, we've been through this, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too busy with the fact that I lost my class. my fault.
Lost.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Made a bold choice. I like that bold choice.
Yeah.
And
See
you
how
will
it
be
goes.
punished for
Wait
that.
till-
I'm gonna have to crawl this bad boy.
I know punishment for bold choices.
Yeah. Stupid choice.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
walk down the
Yeah, you're fine.
corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait until everyone's
Just like
everyone else is through, and then I'll crawl after them.
I take out my mace.
Yeah. Your little mace.
It might as well be like the spray mace.
I'm a barbarian now.
If you believe, you can achieve. Yeah. I'm gonna sort of.
You have mace, a taser, and a whistle.
Grace, you were saying.
I'm going to. I'm going to go after the style of Copper and sort of like crawl along the floor. Same.
As you guys crawl forward, some of the remaining zombies who are not currently ahead on the end of a fist are trying to come after you and just sort of walk into the corridor after you. And the moment one steps in front of one of these holes, just arrows start flying out of it, and they just disintegrate as they go.
Neat.
I mean, can I have a sort of
Oh my
wet
God.
meat hitting floor noise?
She's cutting tape.
Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ!
I don't. That's not happening behind me, right?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
I just lift my arms. You're welcome, Cedric.
I feel like the camera like goes from like the splattered zombies and like pans across all of our faces, and you're like.
Cedric still gums at your hand, doing no damage to you. I'm going to keep rolling that while you keep it on your hand. At some point, we're on nat 20, and you'll be sorry. You'll be sorry.
Why
Not going to happen now.
Why are you declaring that like a man who's just been fired? You'll be sorry.
Have my reasons. Good. Lovely, lovely stuffly. As you get to the end of said corridor, and again around you, there's this vroom, and the whole area seems to vibrate, and there's sort of a shifting of dust falling from the ceiling as this vibration around you is clearly bad. It's clearly bad. Lost all my words.
Beautiful word picture.
Thank you. There is a great hall in front of you, about the same size antechamber you were just in, except where there were columns and pilasters and things that were holding up the ceiling. In this case, a lot of it has collapsed in on one side. You can see some of the outside area where you could have flown through and avoided the trap. And there are rows of stone seats in front of an altar, and behind the altar is a very large stone door, about 50 foot across and about 50 foot high.
Can I tell who this altar is to?
You can make a religion check.
Yeah, I can still do that.
I feel like I'm gonna go up with Waywocket as well, like standing behind her, sort of like I'm very much larger than Waywocket, but sort of sitting there like.
Are you helping? Is that what this is?
Well, I rolled a 24.
You could roll again. 'cause
I
you
could
have-
roll again.
Mechanically, I'm helping.
No, I rolled a 24.
Lovely. Looking at this area, it is definitely Cthulhu symbology. There is no denying that. But with a 24, and with your knowledge of the planes and your knowledge of religion in particular, the worship and the supplication here is not of anything dead. And it's not of anything in the realm of necromantic undeath energy. It feels like this was a very classically Cthulhu-esque place of worship and of supplicancy, but you don't think these are connected.
Connected to what, sorry?
The energy around you and like swirling purple vortex of
Okay.
doom.
May I roll to see if I've seen any of these symbols or things before?
Which personality are you rolling with?
I'm gonna roll with the girl,
Okay.
just because she's the one driving.
Yep.
Oh, she knows nothing.
Well,
That
she's
is
a young girl.
Yeah, she thinks they're pretty pictures. That is.
No,
what
they're
am I
pretty
rolling?
gross. They're pretty gross.
I'm rolling history.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
They're pretty gross.
Yeah.
The symbology on the altar extends out onto the door, and even though it's only a 3, you can see this because you're taller than Waywocket and can see over the altar. There are 4 circular holes in the door.
Copper is going to walk over to the holes and is going to say, Cedric?
just to make a pattern as you walk up to the door. Kithvir is like, wait a minute!
It is time to be youthful. Into the hole. Is it big enough for Cedric?
No.
One second, I get my scalpel and just carve.
Oh!
Cedric. Yeah.
Stop it.
No, listen. As long as you keep the brainstem intact, it's fine. I've done this loads of times before.
How big is this hole? Fist size.
Doesn't
How are
matter.
you making a human head fist-sized?
I mean, I may not be a
Just
cleric
shaving
anymore,
bits off,
but
so now it's just like it's like a used Parmesan zombie head.
yeah. Just wait.
It's
Okay,
not going
yeah.
to fit. Stop hurting Cedric. He's my friend.
You can't scalpel off a skull.
Depends
Not
what
with
kind of
that
scalpel
attitude.
you use.
Thank you. Right on the money.
Maybe you can't.
You may have to crack the skull to get
I
Cedric's...
think you would begin.
Did somebody
but there
say
would be
cracking skulls?
there would be a protest of just
Okay,
trying to
hang
open.
on. I get that the leg.
Get
Does
the
the leg fit through?
Yeah.
I'll put the leg through. Happy?
No.
Please turn the foot like a key.
You slide the leg in,
Yeah.
and as it slides in, there's a very definite around the leg.
We need more legs.
And you can now try and,
Yeah. Try and turn it like a key.
like a key. Unfortunately, the leg that you've shoved in doesn't have a hand at the end of it to grip the handle to turn. So at this point, there's just a leg stuck in a door.
Okay, wait, I'll take the leg out.
Yep.
I'm going to put in toes first.
Do you break the ankle?
I mean, yeah, I'll
Yeah, you'd
break the
have to.
ankle. But I'm going to break the ankle very carefully so it still can grip. I'm not going to tear any nerve
How are you
endings.
going to grip?
Not with
How?
that attitude.
How are you going to make a zombified leg grip?
I'm going to ask nicely. I don't have any cleric powers anymore.
I put my hand in the hole and grip a handle.
I mean, if you've got the tendons working.
Yeah, can I use the tendons to make it grip from the top? Like, yank the right ones?
Roll me a medicine check.
Yeah!
Pray to God it's high.
If they had been
Which
told-
That would be 26.
You know what? You push the leg in, you use the tendons to like pull it, and you manage to grip onto whatever's there, and you can clearly grip one
Yeah.
of these. Yes. Fine.
Got it, guys.
Fine.
Got it, yeah.
Fine.
I might not be magic, but I'm still Waywocket motherfucking Stumbleduck.
You're still gross as all hell.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand in there and grab a thing. Right? There's a handle in there.
Mm-hmm.
And pull.
It's a twisty thing.
I'm gonna pull it. I'll twist it.
Cool. As it locks around your hand and locks into place, you don't take any damage, but you can't move your hand.
I'm stuck here now. Everyone else should do this, or not.
I'm
How
afraid
many holes are there around the door?
4.
I'm afraid I don't have any more legs.
Speaker, go get more legs. There are so many more zombies. All of them have at least 2 legs. I could probably live without this arm.
I'll be right back.
Or arms! Arms might make more sense.
Considering the carnage that was done to the remaining zombies,
Don't forget to creep.
you can collect 2 arms.
That's all we need.
One, 2 arms. Yes. I might.
Are you leaving your...
I'll
So
go
there's
do
your
some-
arm, there's a leg, which is locked in, we've confirmed it.
Yes.
I will go do some tendon work and then show these guys which tendons
Yeah.
to hold.
How about if I creep in and go, sorry, Waywocket, right? What was it that you were doing to get these?
Oh, right, so it's very simple. First of all, you take this sort of stringy bit, and you wrap that around this finger, and then this, like, chunkier bit, well, yes, move the blood away, yes, that bit. If you just take that between the 2 fingers, and then if you yank them sort of towards the left, Yeah. Okay. So, do you see how it makes it? Hello, he's waving at you. Hello. And that should activate the grip. The crazy thing is we don't know how zombies connect to central nervous system. He could still be feeling this.
Cedric, do you feel like your toes are gripping something?
Fuck it. Fuck.
Cedric's having a great time.
Kithvir sniffs and like blinks very quickly. like, this is fine. I'm not gonna cry. This is gonna be
Can you roll
fine.
me a medicine check to do what Waywocket is asking you to do?
May I have advantage?
I'm helping
Yes.
with direction. I also have some extra ligaments if that will help.
We're not getting nice rolls today. It's 16.
16. You are able to.
And then are you doing the other arm?
I
I've
take
got the
emotional
foot.
trauma
You've
from
got the
it.
foot. Oh, I've got to do the other arm. You want me to make a medicine check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm helping you.
Yeah, oh yeah, with advantage. 12 was the highest there.
12. Yeah. You also managed to make this arm
Okay.
grip. As all 4 of the ligaments in grip and turn, the door doesn't open,
Yay.
but the altar behind you rotates around to face you. If you were all connected to the door, you would not be close enough to reach the altar, but luckily you've all used other people's arms.
When you say all, you mean
I mean,
2 of us.
Yeah.
I used a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, actually.
Fuck you, puzzles.
Puzzles fall under the weight of our hideous carrion.
I suppose it's going to be fairly easy to find a way to carry on.
Yay.
I do a slow clap when my hands are stuck in a door. And the other one's got a zombie on it.
So the altar's turned, but it's just a plain old altar. There's nothing sticking out of it or anything.
As it turned to face you, the Cthulhu symbol on the front of it, you can all see that it is clearly recessed slightly. Oh.
Hit it! Speaker, do a punch of it.
Yes, I will.
You go over and punch the... Cool. Before you reach it and lay in, what's the highest passive perception in this party?
I have 19.
22.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a feat for that.
Yeah.
My passive perception.
22. It's 11. You're hilariously
It's
bad
not,
at that.
yeah,
yeah.
it's-
It's
I knew it wasn't going to be high. I just wanted to know what it was.
Also, couple, please remember that you are attached to the wall.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Well, fuck it. Kithvir, before they get a surprise attack, the 3 shadow creatures are all reaching out of the ground by the altar to attack Speaker. You can shout so that Speaker can step back.
I do that.
Lovely. They don't get a surprise round. Audience, heads or tails? Heads. For the monsters or for the party? For the monsters.
Stop giving them heads.
Do not give the monsters head.
Is that heads, David?
I don't know how this coin works.
That is a head. That is a wolf's head.
That is a wolf's head, and the other one is... Yeah, okay, yeah, it's a head. Yeah.
There you go first.
Swell.
Thanks.
Well, get out my mace.
I guess they're going to go for the person closest.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the person closest. This is what they're going to do. Yeah.
My mace doesn't actually work against these creatures, so I am no help.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You can find other things to do.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that our barbarian is I feel like, probably mechanically restrained.
Correct. Exactly. I think, just to be 100% clear,
You
David.
have a chain arm, don't you?
I do. I think it might... Wait, I said left hand. No, I have both hands are kind of chained, but it's not far enough that I can
I'm
get.
going to
Yours-
die surrounded by idiots.
Your speed is 0 and you can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage and your attacks have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
But I have Cedric.
But you have Cedric. And in the end, is that the real win?
I mean,
The answer is no.
the real
real zombies are the friends we made along the way.
It's going to be by the end of this, isn't it? Like,
Right. Speaker.
Yes.
That is a 3 on the dice, which means it is an 11 to hit you.
Does not hit.
The first one swoops towards you and claws, and you artfully, monkishly move out of the way.
Thank you.
The second also goes for you, and that is a 22 to hit.
That will hit. Are you rolling damage on this?
I will be.
Stone's endurance?
Absolutely.
Whatever damage you do is reduced by 8.
Okay. 1, 2, 6, 13, 15, minus 8, 7. You take 7 points of combined
That's
damage.
actually really useful. Yeah.
Points of combined damage. I'm going to remind you that you have an ability that lets you do stuff, cool stuff in response to being attacked.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I will also... Wait, actually, can I do this after using Stone's endurance?
A Stone's Endurance a reaction?
Uh,
No, you can't.
No, I can't. That's fine. I'm happy I did it anyway.
Cool. The third one, seeing that the two have gone for you, is going to look for the target it was looking for, which was someone attached to the wall, and also it's tasted your memories and wants more. It has advantage on the attack roll because you are restrained by the door.
Super cool.
Yeah.
But
That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, it does. And you're not tantruming, are you?
Nope. I didn't
tech-
get the chance to do that.
Technically,
There's a bonus?
because you have feral instinct, if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn. No, it's no surprise round.
oh, I really fucked us with that, didn't I?
Well, no, you fucked me. I think everyone else is alright.
Yeah, definitely.
What'd I get?
A lot.
Yeah?
A lot.
Yikes.
Cool.
12, 18, 22, 27 points of damage.
Still not dead.
It passes through you and just like it's like grappling onto you, desperate for more of that sweet, sweet memory juice. Can you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Love to.
Thanks, mate.
That's a 1. That's a nat 1. I hate these dice, but I will never give them up.
You just stuck to the door, it's just surrounding you and enveloping you. Where Copper once was, there is now a shadow with Copper inside it.
Oh no. What about Cedric?
Cedric is also there.
Cedric!
It can't attack both of us at once.
That's fair.
Cedric is safe.
No, I rolled to see how Cedric did attacking you.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Yeah. That is a 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
I really wanted the creature to take memories from Cedric. Just like, and our graduating class. My brain's the most valuable thing. I'm a civil engineer.
If I lost the rest of my body but maintained my brain, I'd be a happy man.
Copper, it's your turn. On your turn, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Cool.
Cool.
These friggin' dice. That is a 8. Or as some people would say, an 8. Oh, it's Copper, isn't it? One else.
Describe how the little girl feels about her mother.
Copper's mother was, the girl's mother was probably the only person who showed her any kind of kindness. Everyone else basically ignored her, but at least her mother gave her. She was the one who pushed for her to get rations and actually got her, made her a dress that fit her rather than putting a sack on her and things like that.
Wholesome childhood, by the way, for the backstory.
Yeah, super wholesome childhood. There would have been a few moments where her mother would have held the back of her head with a bit of kindness and a slight ruffle, and then but whilst looking somewhere else, and then walked away. And that was probably as close as she ever really got.
The first time the girl associated that with this person cares about me is gone.
Fun.
Cool bed to combat. Speaker.
Yes, is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay, first thing, so how many
2.
shadow creatures are there?
3. 2 attacking you, 1 is currently surrounding Copper.
Okay, well, let's focus on the 2 around me first. First of all,
Yep.
let's just straight up burn a key point flurry of blows again.
Absolutely. One of them has some clear raggedy tears in it where you've already hit it.
Let's focus on that one first.
Cool, lovely.
So let's say that if by the end of 4 hits, it's not down.
Yeah.
That's where all of it's going.
Okay, make me 4 attack rolls.
Okay.
Roll them all together if you can, please.
Okay, let's see what we've got. It's a similar situation to last time. We've got
Okay.
a natural 18, 16, 15, and a 2. That's plus 7.
Yeah, all of 3 of them hit.
Cool.
Don't forget you can use key points to max damage any of those.
Yes, but I have plans.
Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
I only have 7 key points. I'll just go busting them out before the interval. Our key points.
Also
I have
true.
a sense of drama. Not bad roll. Okay, so 9, 18 plus. I'm so bad at maths. 18 plus 7. Anybody?
25.
Thank you. 25 points of damage.
Headbutt kick just tearing into this creature, and it staggers back again. And you again get this strange vision of it that it's never really experienced pain. And it is definitely sort of raggedy, and at the seams, bits of it are fading away. And it is still hungry and still desperate for knowledge, but also it has never experienced brutality like this and doesn't really know what to do with it.
I would like to give it a pointed look. I can roll performance on this if you wish.
What are you trying to perform?
This sentence in facial expression form. Hello, my name is Speaker, and I'm here to murder you.
That sounds like intimidation to me of a performance,
Cool,
mate.
let's do that.
Yeah.
That is still a -2. Not very charismatic.
I think your face is not very used to making expressions.
16.
Yeah.
It gets it, and it's just like this sort of strange shadowy face is very much sort of. It's not happy.
Yeah.
It's concerned and confused.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah. Waywocket, what would you like to do?
Okay.
I mean, you still have all your swamp gnome abilities.
Yeah, I can swim. Is there any water around here?
No.
Cool. Okay, for my action, I take out a scalpel. On my arm, I want to write the letter P and then put a cross through it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's my action.
You've put a P on your arm, put
Yeah.
a cross.
And then
through
I
it.
run through to the party. I go, you guys, I guess, have treasure memories. My life's been awful. And I shout to the swamp monsters, I've spoken with gods. Come and get me. And I'm going to try and lure them onto me.
Ooh. Big plays.
What charisma-based skill would you like to roll to get them to notice
I mean,
you?
it's a -2 to everything. So, I
Yes,
guess
but-
persuasion?
Yeah.
It's 2.
So
So 2 minus 2 is a...
No, it's a 4 minus 2.
Oh,
It's a 2.
Okay, so it's 2.
Ah, oh well.
No, you stand there. You think you've done a great job. Kithvir. How would you like to save the day?
This is a tricky one, Chris.
Hey, that turn undead thing worked before.
You get to do
No,
those
it
once a
didn't.
day.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know how spells
I
work.
don't get
Yeah,
very
twice.
many of those.
You get twice every short
Yeah.
rest.
Oh,
You
so I have to be
get
sure.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are high enough level. Hey, you could do it again,
I can
Yeah.
do it again.
and then they'll just come back later.
Yeah.
I-
Kill him.
Only lasts a minute.
They're only going to go away and come back again.
I just need enough time to rip at least one head off. That's all I ask.
It's a shadow.
I have magical fists.
Yeah.
Have I got the impression that you keep saying that they've never felt pain before?
Correct.
Is that something that I might have incited from?
They're not very good at hiding their emotions.
Yeah.
They behave very much like children.
Have they spoken at all?
No. Only to the people whose their heads they were inside.
I think Kithvir sort of, is sort of fluttering and panicking and trying to sort of drifting behind everybody, but isn't a particularly sort of offensive person, and they sort of. What is it that you want from us? Is this something that we can give you by? If you ask, we can share memories with you.
Roll a persuasion check.
We're a charisma-heavy party.
Yeah.
You all wanted to be fighters.
That's a 14, Chris.
Mm-hmm. The one that isn't being torn to shreds or currently having the time of its life. Its life. Looks across at you and with a childlike expression of glee just goes, "We want all of it," and is now focusing on you.
There are some things that you sometimes you can't have everything. It's something you need to that you need to learn. That you can't have it. You can't have it all. But sometimes you need to meet someone in the middle. And if you ask, we'll share. But you can't have it all.
It looks at its compatriot, currently having it all, and like it's not going to attack you in this round because you have confused it. But it is also like.
But I can.
But I can. I totally can. Look, if I do this, I can. Like, I'm not saying that arguing isn't a good way forward here, but different argument potentially, because it can always get what it wants. Thank you.
I feel like I learned something from that.
Mm-hmm. Cobber.
Yeah.
The one around you is just all over you.
Yeah.
It's not your turn.
Oh, cool.
I'm just telling you what's about to happen.
Great. 6 hit points. Wouldn't be a D&D session if Copper didn't nearly die.
Where were those healing? Who took those healing potions?
That is a 19 with advantage.
That's just slap bang on my armor class, yeah.
Sorry, David. I just really wanted to chat with them.
No, it's cool. Diplomacy is often very useful.
You have 6 hit points total. It's possible. It's possible I
Hey.
roll.
Are you rolling 6 dice?
It's possible I roll 5 dice and don't roll over 6.
Hey, you know what? That's what dice are for. Let's do it. Nope.
No. No, that's a lot. I mean, for the record, it's 28 points of damage.
It's not going to kill me. I'm just
No.
going down.
No, go down. Copper falls unconscious, and I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
May I say that as I go down,
Yes.
depending on how this wisdom saving throw goes,
Yep.
that is an 8.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to drink everything. It's going to take all of it.
All of, because I didn't rage and I didn't have the time to, so it's just the girls. Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All of the girls' memories it is just consuming.
Ooh. That sucks.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
When Copper falls unconscious, Copper doesn't fall over. Copper just stops moving.
Yeah.
Copper has stopped moving.
The green light that is emanating from the holes where her eyes would be if it was a her, not an it, which I said I was going to get wrong, where its eyes would be, have just gone, and now it's just looks like a suit of armor.
Speaker, the one attacking you, rolls a 17.
17 is my armor class cross counter.
Use your reaction to hit it.
Yep.
Cool. That happens first.
On a cross counter, reduce the damage from the attack first. So
Reduces it first.
Yeah. So reduce it, but if I reduce it to 0, I can make a melee attack as part of the same reaction.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, let's see.
That's a cool skill.
Yeah.
It's basically deflect missiles, but in melee attacks. Right.
Okay. So
That's not very good.
So I reduce the damage from that by plus my dex mod, so that's 11 plus my level 18, whatever damage it is, reduced by 18.
7, 10, 11. As it grabs towards you, it's a cross counter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah!
You just knock the fist aside and then just straight arm directly in the face with it.
Straight on directly in the face.
Yep.
Do I roll to hit for this?
No, you already hit. You rolled the
Already
damage.
hit it, right. Cool. That is just a humble 6 points.
6 points of damage. As it reaches out to you, like it's already scared of you, and as you do that, it just again tries to flee from you. You have an attack of opportunity if you want.
Excellent. Yes, because I would like. I don't know if anyone's seen on various panel shows. Bob Mortimer opening an apple in his hands.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's basically what I'm going for here.
You're going for the head and going to...
Because that's where the memories are.
Sure.
Yeah, he's going to make it that easy.
That's how logic works, right?
Yeah. I cracked the memory coconut. Oh, let us all drink of the milky
Would
memories.
you like to know what I rolled in my attack of opportunity?
Please.
Can you confirm that, Vic?
I can confirm.
It's a natural 20.
Hey!
I mean, roll the damage, but I'm excited. It's close.
So am I rolling the damage die twice but adding the mod once?
Yes.
Cool. That's not bad. That is 16 points. No, it's not. It's no, it is 12 points of damage. Sorry.
12.
Wait, plus your mod.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so close.
Wait, how is...
Yeah, because it's 6.
As you reach for its head and as it runs, you do grab and just pull it, but it's an amorphous shadow. It's not like it can't deal with it. It's sort of horrified, screaming in pain, and just, again, flies away as fast as it can and just fades into a wall, just desperate to get away from you.
Give me back my first kiss!
You don't know you've lost it.
The one that is looking at you after this conversation, just sort of...
I'll just wheel around to the other one then.
Wait, it's looking at Kithvir right now. And as it stares at Kithvir, it's just... It doesn't quite understand what you're saying. It doesn't quite understand the point you're trying to make. But it looks at the one feeding on Copper and just... There's a faint sort of shadowy tongue lick, like it's like... But this is what I want. No. It goes flying towards you. It's going to go for you. It rolled a 11.
It's going for me.
Yeah. As it flies towards you, it just tries to hit, and I'm guessing you're using your shield, just backing up and holding it back, because it's now struggling with you, desperate for your memories.
I lift up my my wing where I have a shield that looks like a pink cloud.
It does.
And rebuff the shadow.
You're now pushing back, holding it back in that place. Copper, I need a death saving throw, please. It is your turn.
It's an 8.
You failed one.
I need to get rid of these dice.
Speaker.
This
Is it
one's
my turn
orange
again?
and pink.
I can't do it. It's copper dice.
But that's orange and pink is copper.
All right.
There is
the
one
next
currently
saving
struggling with Kithvir, and there is one literally wrapping itself around Copper's inanimate body.
Okay, so this one has just gone into the wall.
Yeah, it's run away.
It always does that, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's incorporeal and can move
Okay,
real
cool.
fast.
So there's one around Copper.
Yep.
Where is Waywocket in all of this?
Standing by the door, going, "Take me," and no one's paying attention.
I'm actually on the altar.
Well,
Oh, standing on the altar, saying, "Take me," and no one's paying attention.
Well, in that
I
case,
am making
I'm going to head over to
noble
Copper.
sacrifice.
I'm going to head over to Copper.
Yes.
Free action. I'm going to turn around to. Well, we're going to just go potions, and then I'm just going to do no flurry of blows, just your standard 3 attacks. Just like get off.
Okay, you start tearing at the shadow stuff surrounding Copper.
Yeah,
That's totally
I
fine.
am kind of angry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed.
So just 3.
Yep.
Ooh, not good this time. So plus 7 on that. Natural 12, natural 5, natural 8.
None of them hit.
None of them hit. Even
None
a
of
12
them
plus
hit.
7.
Oh, natural 7 does hit. My apologies.
Does hit,
Yes. I thought you said it was a 12 total.
No.
No. Yeah, 19 hits, definitely.
19 hits. and
You
then,
managed to tear away some of the shadow stuff.
Would a 15 hit as
No.
well? No, there we go. Just one.
Just one hit.
Just one.
You start tearing the shadow stuff away from Copper.
Just 6.
6 points damage.
Yeah.
Cool. This one hasn't been damaged yet, so you know. Some of it is torn away. Cool. Waywocket, what would you like to do?
Okay. Copper is unconscious,
Copper is unconscious.
but do their arms still count as magical weapons?
Yes.
So if I was to just grab the arm and whack it...
My arms aren't magical weapons.
Oh, your arms are magic weapons.
I
Never
don't
happened.
think so. Let me
No, they're
check.
not. Never
I don't
happened.
think
Sorry.
they- yeah.
Oh, you're not
Copper's
magic.
arms are
You're
just-
magic.
I'm
I can't use your
I'm
arms.
absolute magic.
I can't use your arms.
Yeah.
They're just attached
No,
to you.
I mean, the good things to use against things like this would be spells,
I know, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
I don't have any
yeah.
spells.
like attack spells.
I'm getting.
I have a poisoner's kit. Does this mean I have
Sorry.
poison?
Sorry?
I have a poisoner's kit. Does that mean I at some point have created poison?
Yes.
So I would have poison?
Yes.
Anything.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was showing Vic that they have damage immunity to poison because they are undead.
That's
And
fair
shadows.
enough. That's fair enough. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna jump into the shadow and feed Copper a healing potion.
You have one?
I have 2 left.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, feed Copper a healing potion.
So you get their D4s, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
You
2d4
are-
plus 4.
You come back with
2d4 plus
5 hit points.
2. It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Nice.
Yeah.
Then you come back with 6 hit points.
That's how many I had before I died.
And then can I look at the door and see what's holding Copper in place? And see if I can get out?
Sure. Copper's arm is inside a hole about the size of Copper's arm, and the arm appears to be locked into the door.
Can't really do much about that.
No!
Okay, I just like to angry lash out at the shadow around me and try and grab the attention.
Okay.
That'll be my bet.
Okay.
Really sucks not being a cleric anymore.
Yeah.
Stand by it. Prometian's a
This is
dick.
good. This is good choices.
Kithvir, what would you like to do?
I'm going to take my bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word again.
Yes, you do.
And what I give you all is 1d4 plus 4 and...
Oh, sorry. Do we roll our own?
No,
or is it-
no,
yeah, you roll.
no, they roll it.
This time it's better than a 1. It's a 2.
Hey!
So
Everyone
each
gets 6. Everybody gets 6.
That's
6.
double what I had.
Okay, that's your bonus action.
And Kithvir is still has
Yep.
this,
Yep,
this
you do.
shield
Yep, you do.
up against this. Do I get the sense you keep using the word childish
Yes,
to describe
correct.
these shadows?
Yes.
I get the sense that there is person-like intelligence there.
Yes, there is.
Okay. What I'm going to do, Chris,
Yes.
is that Kithvir, with their sitting up with their
Mm-hmm.
their shield still up,
Mm-hmm.
is going to sort of close their eyes and make that same sort of shape as if they were trying to contact the dream again.
Yes.
And a slight sort of change will happen. And before they open their eyes again, a ripple comes up through the shield.
Yep.
And it goes from pink to black.
Mm-hmm.
And they open their eyes and they've gone from sort of a corally red
Mm-hmm.
colour to black
Mhm.
all over. And what I'm going to try and do
Mm-hmm.
is I'm going to try to read the surface thoughts of the shadow.
Spicy. I like it. Your detect thoughts ability, you can literally just use an action to detect people's thoughts around you as a knowledge cleric, and you can then use the knowledge from that to make them do something as well on later turns. What you get from the 1 over Copper is just intense joy, and this is lovely. I'm getting so much lovely stuff from this. The one that's facing you, it was brought into existence less than a day ago. It wants to understand everything. It realized very quickly it could take people's memories and is using that to gain a better understanding of the world. So far, it ain't got much. But you could reach within that and find something to suggest something as your detect thoughts allows on your next turn.
Okay. That is, I don't think quite. They have to make a wisdom saving throw. And if they fail that wisdom saving throw, I'm under the impression that I can do it on the same turn.
Oh, I see. Okay. They rolled an 11.
They don't succeed in that wisdom saving throw.
Didn't think so. What do you tell them to do?
You need to understand that in this place, to keep existing here, you have to share things. If you don't ask for something, it's something that you're going to have to give back. And it's something that the tone that they're taking is very much like Kithvir has had to deal with small children before and had to go, right, no, yes, you took this toy, but right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the tone that they're taking is very much like pushing small kids apart and going, right, you took this and now you need to sort of saying, if you've taken something and you haven't asked for it, you have to give it back. And what I'm trying to suggest is that the memories that they've taken is something that they're going to have to give back.
The one that you're dealing with?
Yes.
Right.
Which has taken all of the girls' memories.
No, that's the one around Copper. It's a different one.
Who am I talking to then?
The one that's facing you directly.
Who hasn't taken anything?
I mean, it's taken an hour of Waywockets.
Oh, I would love that back. Might help explain a lot.
A noble effort.
You should tell your friends that they need to give things back. God
And they
damn.
definitely won't get murdered.
What it feeds back to you, as there is a beginning of a psychic connection here forming, it has no idea how.
Nice.
Well, gonna have to old yellow this.
And as you think that, it is cowed, because you have spoken to it and given it some authority it desperately needed. And it's just going to fade into the ground. You have an attack of opportunity if you want to take it. No, it just fades away. The one around Copper is still all up in that Copper. But
Only get one of those, so.
I have a question.
yes,
Has they communicated to the rest of us
I'm
that
speaking
knowledge
out
is
loud.
what? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm speaking out loud. Yeah. Yeah.
there's one swirling all around you.
Is it my turn?
It's its turn first.
Oh, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what's going to happen. Like, you know what's going to happen. Yeah.
They
Well,
can
no,
miss.
I mean, to be honest, okay, so as soon as Copper powers back up again, just in terms of mechanics,
Yeah.
because it's not my turn, so it has to be the girl who comes back in. So it's just, she doesn't understand anything.
Yep. Has no memories.
Yeah,
None.
and doesn't understand why she's in a Copper
Yeah.
construct. Understands absolutely nothing. Just fear.
Yeah. That is a 19 to hit.
That's bang on the armor class again, you
Yeah.
son of a gun.
Having that day. 9, 11, 18. I'm guessing you're out.
So just screams, like terrified screams, and then again.
Yeah.
Cool. Having a great day.
In, out, and shake it all about.
What if the hokey cokey is what it's really about?
The problem is you can't turn around while your arm's still secured, so.
You put your left zombie leg in, your robot arm out.
Yeah.
It can't feed on any more memories. Because there aren't any.
I mean, it can feed on the memories of waking up into a robot body and screaming in terror. That's probably pretty fucking intense.
Yes, teach it fear.
No, but it realizes there are other memories in you that it can't access because they're not in charge right now, and is frustrated and angry and annoyed, and just fades out from you. It looks like it disappears. What it's doing is going into the ground beneath Copper.
Chris,
Yes.
I'm also attacking it. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
How? It is fading out from Copper into the ground beneath it. Oh, you're right next to it. Yeah, you can try and tear it. You can try and tear it more as you go. Yeah, that's fine.
Tear it again.
Tear it again. 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. For 8 damage.
Cool. You tear a bit of shadow stuff off as it goes. Just we're out of initiative because they have vamoosed for the time being. Copper, people need to do stuff quickly, otherwise death saving throws
shit.
kind of like
Right,
going to happen.
cool. So I'm going to come along and cure wounds at fucking. Do you know what? Fuck it. Who needs 4th level spells? Gonna do that. 4th level. That.
I'm so sorry. I really hope there are no more bad guys in this.
Cure wounds at 4th level. Boy, I can't wait until we're joined by a screaming girl.
Oh, don't worry. There's 29 others I can pick from if she can handle it.
Until we're joined by a cat.
Mega the cat.
So that is 4d8. I don't have that many.
Do you want to borrow some?
No, I can do it twice.
fine.
It's fine. 10, 16, that's just not that many. 16 plus 4, that's 20.
Thank
You
you.
have 20 hit points.
That's how many you started the game with. That's
Oh no, I started the game with 82. And I lost
And
them.
then you rolled a 1,
Yeah.
and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to. I'm standing next to Copper, presumably, because I went down to give them the healing potion. So I just want to kind of hit them inside the face and go, Copper, Copper, you there? Copper, Copper. Okay. Copper, do you remember? Would you remember? Okay.
What's happening?
Okay. Copper, need you to calm down. You don't know me, and that.
She's gone. And
Oh, who's it going to be? Roll for it.
I could roll for it, but there's one who really wants to come forward,
Okay, fine.
and a very timid female, older voice. It's okay. I can hold it for now.
Who am I speaking to?
My name is Paloma.
Paloma. And you are.
I'm a mother.
You're Copper's mother.
Yes. This is. I don't think it's painful, but this is hard, and I'm going to hold it for as long as I can.
How can I help? I admit I'm somewhat
I don't know
limited.
how any of this works. She's the only one who's been able to hold it for any length of time, and right now she's. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so Copper has been an anomaly since Waywocket joined the Order.
Yep.
So Waywocket has been surreptitiously studying. Would you allow that? This is interesting. So she's going to take out her notebook, which has got notes in it, and she's going to flick through it, and using her only gnomish brain now, trying to figure out if there is anything she can do to make this more stable or more permanent, using very little, but wits and skill.
I mean, you're making a roll.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what roll you're making.
I mean, Arcana?
Kind of. Yeah, an Arcana roll.
That's a modified 20.
This machine, bizarrely, it's not tightening screws or working out what's there, it's empathy. Empathy will allow Paloma the confidence, more than anything else, to keep this construct together.
Okay, so Paloma, I'm going to admit I'm probably not the best person for that, but
No,
right
yes,
now you
I've
feel
been-
powerless, and I know exactly how that feels.
I've also borne witness to everything that the girl has seen, and I don't trust you.
Yeah, that's entirely.
Literally, if I could have opened my eyes to any other being on this plane of existence.
I'm the only person the same height as Copper here, right?
Correct.
Right. I'm gonna walk over to the construct and put a hand either side of the head.
Yep.
And if you'll allow me, I'm willing to spend a key point to try and stabilize this.
You have stillness of mind.
I do have stillness of mind.
You have the ability to remove a charmed or feared or scared condition from yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to burn a key point to try and
Yeah.
calm Paloma down just with your sheer monkish sense of calm in the face of Armageddon, I will allow it.
Yes, I would like to do that. Yeah.
I'm also going to roleplay that as we have been on missions together before.
Yep.
The girl will also be calmed by your presence.
Yep.
Deep down as she is, as will other spirits within the construct will be kind of like, okay.
Not a word spoken by speaker, just that look.
Yeah.
Like,
You just said, come on.
With his eyes. With his eyes.
Okay, with your eyes, you said, come on.
Okay, I'll hold it for as long as I can, but I honestly still don't know what to do. Where are we going?
that door hasn't opened, does it?
Nope. The slightly recessed Cthulhu head in the altar just sort of sits there forlornly.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna go do that real quick.
Cool. Run over and hit it. As you do, all of the arms release. The 3 zombie limbs slop out of all of the holes and hit the ground. And the door in front of you, with another rumble of this necrotic energy forming all round you, slowly start to open.
So punch it, it opens. I turn around.
all four of you look inside as this gigantic door just slowly creaks open. And what you see inside will come to you after the break.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody. Excellent. Yeah, we're back. Wolf smash. Sorry for those on the stream. We made jokes in the half. Right, good. Where
That's
were
why
we?
You should come and see the live show.
Yay! Like these wonderful people, and thank you all for still being here.
Yay!
So I'm about to kill the party. Right. The door opens slowly because it adds effect. And ahead of you, this purple vortex you first caught a glimpse of above this temple is spiraling down into the center of this very, very large room. A statue at the back of the room shows a bipedal humanoid figure. The statue itself is roughly 50 feet high. It has a sort of unicorn's horn, and it appears to be yelling angrily at the sky.
Kids.
At the base of the statue, a humanoid figure is curled up, floating in midair, into a ball. The funnel of energy is literally spiraling down into a point that then, almost like an umbilicus, goes into it, where it is curled up. And you can see it has a horn as well. And it is just, the necrotic energy is swirling around aggressively. And you can see that as it continues to draw energy from this, it is growing larger, growing stronger.
Religion check?
If you like.
See
I
what
would
this
like
is.
to do one of those as well, please.
I mean, wait till I finish what I'm saying, but it's up to you. It's up to you.
I've never once cared what you
I
had to
rolled a 16.
Thanks, Brad.
Cool, yeah, piss off the DM. That's good.
we're already doing so well. That's a 28.
28.
I rolled a 16, but yeah, go with that.
Okay. You don't recognize the god figure. What you do recognize from this moment is clearly it is not alive. This god is dead. The thing standing next to it, controlling this funnel with its long feathered arms, is clearly trying to rebirth it into unlife, to bring it back, to make a new dead god.
Wait a second, there's something standing next to this thing that's curled up with the energy.
With feathered arms.
Can I have a look?
Since you're the only person here who could possibly recognize it, yes.
Yes. Interesting. Interesting. What am I rolling for this? Just perception?
I think a history check's fine.
History check.
If you don't get a nat 1, you'll recognize it.
12.
Do you remember your first adventure in this game?
Oh my god! It's the death chicken!
It is indeed a humanoid cockerel, black feathers,
Yeah.
and it is putting all of its energy and all of its focus into this ritual to rebirth this god.
You!
Speaker, I think the loss of magic. It looks like there's a chicken casting a spell.
It turns its head. Oh. Hello. You have different friends this time.
Hi.
Hello. Still focusing, still doing his thing.
You've met?
Some time ago, when we first met Felicity.
And what happened?
Did crowed, we nearly died. Ran a sinister carnival. tried to punch it, no one would let me. I was very annoyed. Sort of went away.
Okay, hi. I'm Waywocket Stumbleduck. I see you're trying to bring back some kind of evil monster, and believe me, used to be a big fan of that, so I get it.
The energy intensifies. There's another pulse, and the
Okay.
whole large thing just sort of.
I would like to walk kind of towards it, and as I get close, I'm gonna guess I have a mirror or something for my for chopping up things on my herbalist kit and things.
You have a mirror for chopping up things.
Yeah, it's like a really flat surface.
So you have a mirror, a flat surface mirror for chopping up things. Just
Yeah.
checking. Cool. Waywocket is a cocaine addict.
I mean, it's not the worst thing. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say coke, but it's probably.
It is, to be fair, entirely justified in character.
Yeah, have you been paying attention? And as I get close, I would just like to slip it between the neck and see if I can deflect it off.
You're going to try
Yeah.
and interrupt its ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
With a Coke mirror.
Yeah.
I thought we'd hit the nadir. Is anyone going to stop Waywocket from doing this, or is the cockle going to kick some ass? I mean, it's.
As the only person who's had combat with the cockerel, I would probably stop this.
I'm kind of letting things play out, but the first thing that seeing this rather familiar sort of ritual going on. The first thing that Copper does as Paloma is just run straight forward toward whatever being is fetused.
Okay.
Just run toward it and yelling, "No, not again, never again," and just hug it, hold it, try and move it somehow.
I can't stop.
They
Copper.
definitely
I'm
get it
not
before I
busy
do.
with
So.
Can I ask one question?
Before we flip for initiative, yeah.
Does the cockerel look like a Garrett?
No. Audience.
Oh, fuck manga, Jesus.
Sorry guys, there's character motivation behind this.
this. No, but you don't understand how much damage that thing does.
I was there. I watched that game.
Yeah.
I remember how much fucking damage it
Just
did.
like we were all rolling. All four of us were rolling death saves. Like it's.
I've got 20 hit points and I intend to use them.
Audience, for the cockerel of death, the what have I called it? The wretched atropal that is currently forming, and for the shadow things that are still around somewhere,
Oh, good.
heads or tails?
Seriously, you guys have been hits every time.
That's tails!
Take it back.
But I want the
Still
monsters
gonna
to go first.
So, Copper, you are first in the initiative order. You run forward and try and hug the glowing, necrotic,
Demon thing.
demon thing,
Baby god. Yeah.
baby god. You go hug baby god.
But not just hug, like try and remove, like try and...
Cool.
Fuck, she's a mother. She's gonna try and block.
You're going to get in the way of it.
Yeah.
Interposing.
And you're going to hold up a mirror.
No, to be fair, if I see this happening, I'm not getting involved in that shit.
You might be able to help.
Huh?
You might be able to help. It's up
Who
to
knows?
you.
The mirror might be key.
Okay. I feel a bit of a debt to. I feel a bit bad for what Paloma said earlier about Waywocket being really evil. So I guess I'm going to try and redeem myself a bit. Go and sort of help a bit.
Mm-hmm. Speaker, what are you going to do while this is happening? So I'm going to do all these rolls at the same time, I think.
I'm going to hold my action until I see a shadow creature.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the shadow creature.
Okay.
Especially if it's the one that looks the most damaged.
Yeah, there is one that is basically a wisp of shadow held together by thought.
Cool, I'll go for that one first.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. The eyes narrow.
I'm going to try to punch massively above my weight, Chris, as I have all session. And I'm going to sort of consistently go with that.
Yep.
I'm going to try to spell magic.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
You did it.
What are you dispelling? Are you dispelling the god baby being formed into existence? Are you dispelling the funnel of necrotic energy pouring out of the sky? Or are you trying to just dispel in a general area around the cockerel as kind of like a dude enough?
I hate that my answer is going to be the funnel of necrotic energy coming from the sky.
Okay.
But sometimes that has to be.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
If I had a nickel.
Or a copper, as it were.
Copper goes first in initiative.
God, I'm such a dumbass.
So Copper runs forward, interposes itself
Yeah.
between the floating god baby and the necrotic energy pouring into it.
I'm here to tell a story. I'm not here to win the game.
We all start off saying that. And then we get attached to our characters.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm going to allow within this that you are helping trying to block this necrotic funnel out of the sky,
Sure.
giving advantage to this moment, potentially.
Sure.
I have to still roll the copper die, don't I?
You do.
I gotta roll that die. What
Um,
am I rolling? How am I rolling?
can you please roll me a Constitution saving throw with advantage?
Don't use the copper dice.
That is, well,
With
let's
advantage.
find out. Wait, hang on, let me do the
Can
math.
I change what I'm going to do? I'm not going to dispel magic. I'm going to, I heard how terrified Paloma was
Mm-hmm.
before she ran.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is just clasp her on the shoulder, pass that pink energy through her again,
Mm.
and say, you can do this for your family. And I'm just going to give her guidance.
She does technically go before you, but since this is a big moment, I'm going to allow it.
Thanks, guys.
Guidance applies to ability checks, not saving throws.
Why do
Okay.
you always do this to me?
Hey, might come in useful later on,
Yeah,
because I did roll a 25.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. You run forward and just tackle the big thing.
Yeah. Is it big? I thought it was like child size. Or is it
No, it is the statue behind it, the really tall one.
Yeah.
It'd probably grow to that size eventually.
Right. But
not
what
there yet.
size?
It's bigger than you.
Okay.
You leap up and try and just clasp it and interpose yourself into this funnel of necrotic energy pouring out of the sky. Yep.
Suddenly, 29 humans and a cat break out.
While it's happening,
Yep.
Paloma is saying, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. We never should have. I'm so sorry. Because I want to make you regret what's about to happen.
As you interpose yourself where the funnel is coming out of the sky, as you get in the way of it, you shoulder it. It passes through you, and you just push it back. All of Copper's magical material form just pushes it back with Waywocket help.
Yeah.
It would be a hand mirror for a no.
What it is basically, and you just leaping in the way and doing exactly the same thing and trying to help in that way. You only take half damage.
Of. It's a lot of dice. Oh, it's a lot of dice.
13 points of necrotic damage sear through you.
Still up. Still up.
And as you get in the way of this, and as it burns through you, and it is burning holes in the body, this is an awful mess.
And Copper does feel pain. We've
Yes,
established.
we've established this,
hurts.
yes. I need you to make a con saving throw as well. Just
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. That is a 19.
Cool. You are blasted back as this stops, and the funnel winds up, and there's a sort of horrible pushback of energy all around. You are all pushed back by this, but you are thrown back because you are literally in the way of it. With a 19, you fly back against a back wall and bounce off it, but you also only take the 13 points of damage as you are
I take 13.
13 points of damage as you are knocked back and knocked out of the way. You are holding your action. Shadow things don't turn up. You have Guard's guidance. That all happened. The God Baby and the Cockerel both scream. The not fully formed God Baby that is currently wrapped around you just grabs your head and screams directly in your face because it is not fully formed yet and it doesn't know what to do. What is your armor class?
19.
As necrotic energy is pouring out of every aspect of it, but as it grabs hold of you, are again resisting this energy passing through the entire system. But this is not a good situation to be in. That is a freebie.
To toy. Yeah.
Just saying.
That is a rare Chris freebie.
The cockerel scream.
Oh, for God's sake.
You've experienced before. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Natural 20.
Oh!
16.
Also a 16.
6.
The horrible cry reeks through all of you. It is this sort of horrible crow.
I remember this.
You three are fine. Kithvir. You are terrified. You are so frightened that you cannot move. You are literally locked into place for the next 2 rounds. The cockerel has had its action. Let's see if it regains it. Does not. And it steps up to what you are doing and is going to try and interpose itself between you and the thing it was trying to bring back into unlife, and it is angry and upset and confused.
Cool.
Whereas the wretched Atropala is just standing there in utter horrific rage. What do you like to do, Copper?
I think it's fair that with the pain, and because they're not used to holding on to this, and that's a thing, I think Paloma disappears, and the girl, as she lets go, because the girl comes back in, and there's a kind of the eyes as it kind of flickers from like channel to channel almost.
Yes.
You can sort of hear a voice echoing as it's not a tantrum, but it serves the same purpose of like it was almost that Paloma was having a tantrum as she disappeared.
Yes.
And so the rage begins as that's happening, and you hear the voice happening. I'm so sorry, baby, but we need you. I can't do this. And I know that you're confused and you're scared, but these people are your friends, and I promise everything will make sense, but I just need you to do what you do best, okay? And I'm sorry that I didn't, and that's all it is. And then Copper is back.
Rage is a bonus action.
Rage is a bonus action, and Copper is back. And as my ancestral protectors, Copper flicks back, and with the kind of guidance of her, everyone else, she runs towards the death chicken. It runs towards the death chicken.
You are currently holding onto and being
I've
held
let
onto
go.
by the creature. The creature is still holding
Still
onto
holding
you.
onto me.
The death chicken is nearby. It's about to start trying to prise you apart.
Is it close enough?
It is close enough to hit.
Then I think it's still seeing the God Baby as a victim. and
Not unfair.
will swing at the death chicken because it will have been briefed
Oh yeah.
on the death chicken. Like it has knowledge of the death chicken from previous things, but
Yeah, it's
with the scream of a 7-year-old who has no fucking idea what's happening, the chain fist will sling out at the death chicken.
Go for it.
And if I hit it, then more good stuff happens. That may not be enough. That is an 18.
It does hit.
Since I hit it, that means that the Ancestral Protectors are invoked, and any attack it makes that's not against me, it has. Hang on. Sorry, rules. Creature has so it's I think it's a
Disadvantage.
yeah, it's a disadvantage on any other to anyone else.
Yes.
Except for me. And now I get to hit it.
Yeah. Roll the damage on that first hit.
Cool. That's 5.
You lash out wildly, the fist off the chain, just sliding out and hitting it across the jaw, and it is stunned by the fact that someone just hit it.
Cool. Do I get more attacks?
You have
Sorry,
two
it's been a
attacks
while
around.
since I hit stuff.
You have 2 attacks around.
Sorry, I'm going to attack again. That is 14.
Mm-hmm. That does not hit.
Cool.
The second hit, these are quite wild, quite flailing,
Yeah.
because the girl's
And then
not
the other one, once
white.
the chain doesn't, because I'm like round that way, so it's
Yep.
wrong.
And it, as the chain comes out, it sort of slides down a little bit. It's very agile.
Cool.
Yep, that is your turn.
That's my turn.
You cannot move because you are being grappled.
I'm being
and
grappled.
Yep, that's all there. Speaker.
Any sign of the shadow things?
No.
I know this is
Yeah.
a bad idea, but Speaker really likes copper. Okay. Let's do this. Key point, flurry of blows.
On.
On the death chicken.
Cool, maybe some attack rolls.
Okay. What's the AC I need to beat?
16.
16. Okay, we've got a. Okay, 9. I think 2 of these hit.
Cool, I'll allow that. 2 hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chaz, 2 hit. Roll the damage.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'm really bad at maths.
It's quite alright.
I got 2 as well.
Yeah. That is 14.
Points damage?
Yes. Oh wait, no. 1 second, because I rolled 2 at the same time. 2 hits. So 9. Yeah. So it's 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. You run up to it and just start hitting, and you're trying to punch into this creature, but it is dead. It is an undead
I know.
chicken.
I knew it was a bad idea.
Like, you are managing to hit it and do damage to it, and you are definitely knocking it back.
A little bit better off than last time, eh? Magical fists.
It looks quite sad and upset and doesn't really understand what you guys are doing.
Oh, of course it is, the big fucking baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I just came into this world. I didn't know I have world-ending powers.
Yep, that is fair. Waywocket, what would you like to do?
Find a new god!
I mean, to be honest, that's sort of exactly what happens. She's going to
Fucking
duck
deal.
behind cover if she can, if there's anything there, a pillar or whatever,
You're very small. Yes, you can.
and just go, okay. I don't know if anyone can hear me out there, but I've been through quite a lot in the last hour, and I am trying to be better. But I really feel like I might just die here, and I don't want the last thing I did was to maybe destroy this whole world. So if anyone is out here, just give me 1 minute of power, of something. Just give me something. Please.
Roll a flat d20. Just roll it.
You make a cup of tea.
12.
Chris,
Yes.
you're very welcome to veto this.
Go on.
We have established that the way that Kithvir's power works is that they blindly channel their intentions into the dream
Correct.
and then open a portal and whatever comes out. If I hear this prayer,
You are currently stunned and frightened to death.
you said I can't move.
You literally can't do anything on your turn
Can't do
apart from
anything.
roll to not die.
I respect that. Yeah.
Sorry, that's its ability. That's what it does.
No, yeah.
But yes,
I'm
Yes.
like, wow, I feel that. I'd love to be able to help you.
yeah, totally
Solidarity.
fairly.
I'm so afraid right now. Yeah.
Totally fairly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on a celestial toilet.
We don't have podcasts, so we don't have podcast episode names, but if we did, meanwhile on a celestial toilet.
Yeah.
As you say this, you think back through the life that you have led. Who do you think's going to answer? Honest question. You have tortured people, you've hurt people, you have done whatever you want to get her understand the world and everything in it. You made an allegiance with a god that is connected to the end times,
Yeah.
and have now chosen to turn your back on that. Who do you think's going to answer? Honest question, because I don't necessarily know.
So Vic doesn't know the Pantheon, but Waywocket would.
Every
so-
single god ever imaginable is multiplanar.
Okay.
Give me more sort of concepts and ideas. Who do you think would
I'm
respond to this?
thinking gods who have redemption in their story. So if you went biblical on this, you would say it's Saul the tax collector. It's on the road. It's the idea of you can become better than you are by living, and the idea that if what is needed for redemption is the willing relinquishment of power, Waywocket did that.
Yep.
Waywocket gave up something, and now is asking for it, not necessarily for her own gains or for knowledge, but to save the people she's with, and specifically to save Copper, who she tried to sell out before. Waywocket has basically come to the conclusion that she doesn't want the world to end, and it doesn't even matter if she's in it or not. She just doesn't want it to be
Like this.
she doesn't want it to be whatever Kathy's got planned. She doesn't want it to be whatever Versace has got planned. She thinks there are so many people here that are broken, that need places to be, and if they're not going to find themselves in either of those God's worlds, she wants to create a world where they will be safe. Is what she's thinking in that moment, but she's also just really, really scared.
And you rolled a 12,
I rolled a 12.
and you have one channel divinity use left.
I have 100 intuitions left.
Cool, good to know. Nothing happens.
Cool.
Give me time. Just better moments for that to turn up. Good. Con saving throw, please.
That is a 9, Chris.
The fear in you is so strong it literally scares you to death. You're at 0 hit points.
Stop it!
Hey, this is exactly what happened in the first session, and it was nearly a TPK.
I would like you to know that I have not taken a single hit this entire situation.
You want to get your hands dirty,
I have
mate?
just lost 59 hit points.
Don't worry, I've got some healing for.
Don't worry, Waywocket's got some. Oh.
I think you find I have 1.
Cool. The Atrapal.
Oh, I might go get a drink.
That is still holding on to you, Copper.
Heals me?
That would be great.
What a twist.
It is holding on to your head. It is screaming in your face, and it jams its horn directly into your head.
Cool. Just for flavour, the girl is screaming back. Like
Yeah.
it's just like a, an 80s ski movie.
What?
It's like the 80s thing where it's cut between two faces.
You're
then
gonna have
make
to
it a
explain
man.
that
You know
one,
what I'm
Jab.
saying? Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
That is a natural 19 on the dice. And 3 1s on 3d6s. Witness, totally fairly. Yeah, you take
Thank you.
3 points of necrotic damage.
That's what the channel divinity was for.
It's called Fuck with DM. Yeah.
So it's
Somewhere
just a
on-
horn to the face.
Somewhere on a celestial toilet, like someone just goes, nah.
Quite right.
Speaker,
Yes.
you are standing in front of the cockerel.
Yes. I am midst bad idea.
Mhm.
How's the cockerel looking? I'm not talking about damage, just emotionally.
It doesn't understand why you're stopping it from doing what it thinks is the right thing to do.
Oh god. Speaker's gonna have to try actual talking.
Puts in a diplomatic mission with people with -2 charisma.
Yeah, -2 charisma.
He's
This is
an-
not gonna go well.
Black necrotic just gout of energy spews out of its arm and it just shoves it directly into you.
Is that a roll to attack?
It is.
Oh,
Did
mate.
it hit?
It's a natural 20, Chess.
Well, let's see how this plays out.
Nine
9?
points of necrotic damage because I'm rolling real low right now. You're all very lucky.
I feel really lucky right now.
Oh, look, yeah. And it slashes across your chest angrily. Let me finish my work. That's the end of its turn. Copper.
Here's that. Is screaming. Is raging.
Mhm.
But doesn't know anything.
Correct.
She's going to so it's holding Copper's head,
Yes.
looking directly at it.
Yes.
This thing is confused and don't know what's going on.
Everyone's confused and know what's going on. What are you going to hit?
She's not going to hit anything. I don't think she's going to. I don't think it's going to hit anything. I think.
Okay.
Oh God! I think Paloma's going to back in.
Yep.
And not hitting anything is going to look straight into the eyes of whatever it is if it's screaming at it.
Yes.
And just go, shh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going to let this happen. Or we're going to try and stop this. We're going to make it all okay. And I guess a persuasion check to try and calm it down.
Yeah.
With the thing, I got guidance.
Fuck, I'm unconscious. It's again! This happened last time!
Do I not get guidance if she's unconscious?
They.
Sorry,
I'm unconscious. It's concentration.
I don't make the rules.
It literally happened last time.
Microphone's getting overexcited.
I mean, I adjudicate the
I
rules,
could
but
totally use it, but so that is it persuasion?
yeah.
That's a 5.
This is real touch and go.
I hate the way I play this game. But yeah, that's it. We're not making any fucking headway on hitting stuff.
Speaker.
So
Speaking of which,
Go on.
so there is me.
Yep.
There is the death cockerel.
Yep.
There is Copper, and clasped onto Copper
Mhm.
is the fetus corn. I don't know what to call it.
Undead god, baby.
There we go.
fetus corn.
Yeah, because it's got a single horn.
Gotcha. The corn isn't all right.
I know the corn's not the real thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to come up with a
To
portmanteau.
be accurate, it would literally still be fetus unicorn, which is like
Yeah.
a little bit less fun.
It's on the nose, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
On the forehead, actually.
On the
I
forehead.
think you said.
Gonna have to try talk. Speaker has learned some things from his adventures.
What's it gonna be?
Okay. You must explain what your work is.
and have your creatures surrender our memories back to us.
You roll me a persuasion check, please.
Yep, this is going to be great.
I believe in you, Chaz.
I'm going to use the dice I rolled at the start.
Oh, for God's sake.
There's got to be a nat 20 or somewhere. The DM had one. Come on.
Come on.
We're literally all going to die.
It doesn't hear you.
Yeah.
Being unused to speaking as you are, you talk really low. As if you have a mic like here.
Hey, Chaz, remember
What?
remember we were on like the date with Char and Richard and everything was so much fun? We were in lifts.
Oh, we had a great time.
Waywocket, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay.
So I'm just pulling up d6s to roll
No
in
signs from
character.
heaven. Okay, I guess I do this myself. I will get to
Kithvir.
Kithvir, thank you. And I will give them my last healing potion.
Sure.
So you get d4 plus 2, right?
2d4 plus
2d4 plus 2. So you get 8 hit points.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I can't cast magic anymore. And I will say to the cockerel, and I'll be like, okay, you are doing some weird stuff that looks really bad in the service of some kind of god, and you might not believe me, but I really do know how that feels. I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to necessarily stop you. Can you just explain what you're trying to do, and maybe we can help? Please stop hurting my friends.
Roll me a persuasion check. I'm saying you're doing this while you pour the potion for reasons that will come apparent very quickly.
Persuasion?
Yes, please.
3.
We freaking.
Not a charismatic party.
Carry my party.
Can I smoke in here? Jesus.
I've
David.
just remembered that Chris did distinctly say 2 rounds. So I feel like I'm going to come back and very promptly sort of,
Die.
you know.
The cockerel uses its reaction. You don't gain the hit points, they're inflicted upon you as damage. So you fail one death saving throw.
Take those away again.
Sorry,
It's fine.
it has that ability. It is now also your turn.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
This episode better end with a song.
Yeah, but it'd be like Amazing Grace or some shit.
8. Second failure.
It's a fun game, guys.
We play this by choice.
If any of you have never played it before, consider playing it with friends.
The god creature is still as upset as it was before. It is trying to understand what you're saying. It is trying to engage, but is also in horrific pain and also falling apart. Bits of it are falling away like wet toffee. It is undead. It is not fully formed. It is just holding on,
And
partly to hurt, partly for dear life,
I'm blocking its energy funnel.
which is now completely gone because the cockerel's not been doing it.
Cool. What happens next, Chris?
It collapses to a knee, falling apart, still holding on to you, still screaming, still in so much pain and so much distress, and another wave of necrotic energy blasts through you. That's a 17 on the dice, that definitely hits you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Come on, low rolls. That's enough.
I rolled an 8.
As that before the as it falls to the knee, as it falls to the knee, Copper is still being inhabited by Paloma, and it's like, shh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Don't worry, don't panic, don't. And Copper is once again like frozen, but in that position, still grappled, still
Unconscious?
it's unconscious, but like holding. Do my death saving throws from my previous death count for this one? Cool, I'm starting again.
They reset every time.
Woo!
Small fillers!
Let's get rid of all these.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of scrubbing out.
I've done a lot of scrubbing out on these old hit point markers. All right, cool.
You're gonna need it. There wasn't any range on that necrotic pulse, was there, Chris? Cool, thanks.
So I have this back again. Thanks, cheers, back.
Yeah, it's on me, isn't it? Yeah.
It doesn't hear you speak, but sees you trying to communicate. And it's confused. This is my purpose. When I first met you, I didn't have a purpose, and I have found one. And I will do what I can to make it happen. And around you, just a wave of necrotic energy just blasts out from it. Can I have a dexterity saving throw from the two of you, please?
Oh, this is actually something that I'm actually.
18.
18.
Ugh, not that good though. Apparently, that's a 10.
Well, you have evasion, so you take half damage.
Yeah.
Whereas yours take half damage because you've passed.
Guess we don't have that luxury.
You both fail a death saving throw.
Shit.
7 each.
It's getting real spicy.
Your turn.
It's an 8.
Is that 2?
It's 2.
Speaker, you've been pushed back quite a way.
Yeah.
The god creature has gained a certain, it's like it's almost got a foothold. It's trying to, this wave of energy passing through it allowed it to try and reassert itself a bit, but it's still falling apart.
Yeah.
The cockerel is clearly angry and upset.
Yeah. Cool.
How far away is the cockerel?
About 10 feet from you right now.
About 10 feet. Right, that's
Yeah.
45, so I can get. It'll definitely hear me from that distance.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to say it'll hear you. Yeah.
Definitely hear me from that distance.
When we first met, we fought. And we didn't need to. Stop everything and just let us converse.
Will you let me continue my work?
Yes.
It walks over to the disintegrating corpse, just looking at the two of you. Pushes Copper over to get them out of the way. And concentrates, and above you the clouds start to swirl again, and this necrotic funnel is starting again, and it is going to continue trying to reanimate this creature.
Cool.
It will take some time. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is very much continuing the process. And have you decided to let it continue?
I mean, we're already fighting the god of death and destruction. How much worse can this one be?
Make a third death saving throw, please.
Oh, I would. Wait, have we missed my turn? Because I
Yeah, you
haven't had
have
to go
turn.
yet.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the next one to make death saving throw.
Yeah. Kithvir's already dead.
Wait, what about my turns? I've had turns. I haven't had a turn since I've been starting death saving throws.
It was other people's turns, so
Oh.
it was like. the
Okay, I
necrotic
can't
damage
save
turn,
her.
and-
Sorry, them.
Them.
I will save. I'm going to make a medicine check to stabilize Copper. I may not be a cleric, but I am still a doctor. That's a 26.
As you move to stabilize Copper and reach out, trying to put Copper back together effectively, voice tickles the back of your head lightly.
I'm concentrating, not now. Wait. wait a second.
Oh, sorry, if you don't want to talk, I can come back
No,
later.
no. Can you let me just do this and then I'll be all yours, I promise.
But I'm offering... Sorry, I thought you said you... I mean...
Wait, who am I talking to?
I've just got off the celestial toilet.
I thought... Well, I could save them both for you.
Yes, definitely do that. Wait, it's not going to cost my soul, is it? Because I kind of already gave that away.
Well, there must be balance of some kind.
Yeah. What do you want?
Think a life for a life is only fair, don't you?
You said you could bring back both. I only buy one.
Because you have asked, I will deliver, but only if you make the choice.
I am trying to be better. But you have to understand there are... The people I work for worked... What they're doing, it needs to be stopped as well.
I completely agree with you.
But no one else listens and nobody else knows. So I want it. I don't want to die. I don't want my whole life to be everything that it's been. But if it is that I can do one good thing, I'm not just buying their lives. I am buying their lives, but I am buying you as well. You have to be with them. You have to help them. And if they call on you, you have to answer. Do you understand?
I do.
Will you do one final thing for me?
Gosh, the demands are really racking up.
Yeah, I'm just... Tell Promethean, fuck you, you didn't get to kill me in the end.
I can arrange that.
Great. Okay then. Will I see my family?
I don't know.
I love answering unanswered questions.
As you kneel down over Copper, speak, you're the only one who sees this. As Waywocket kneels down over Copper, trying to fix Copper, there's a radiant glow around Waywocket. Briefly. It's too bright to look at. You blink, the after image is still there. But as you open your eyes, it's only an after image. And she's gone. Still there. Still there.
Literally the only one who saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a recurring theme. The cockerel's doing his thing.
Are we up?
You're awake, yeah? Both are. You have no idea
You've
what
got no
happened.
memory?
Oh yeah, I need to talk to them.
One trauma at a time. It's compartmentalised. Speaker's good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. What are you doing?
I'm making a new god.
A good god?
I don't know.
The shadows. They took knowledge. Your creations?
Yes. The
How
god
good?
has to know things.
The knowledge they've taken from my counterpart is essential. I would wish it returned.
It is not mine to return.
Can you summon them?
Why would I do that?
Please.
I want this creature to know what it is like to live. It did not know that in life. The memories will aid it become greater than it possibly ever could be. That is more important.
By taking those memories of life, you have taken the life from my compatriot.
This is my work.
May. So I think Kithvir goes to push themselves up from the ground.
Yep.
And they don't know truly what has been given to them, but have a sense of its greatness. What you want is knowledge.
I want it to have knowledge. I want it to understand. When I was created, I did not understand. I had to learn the hard way. This is to make this easier.
There was a time in my life when wherever I searched for the knowledge that I was looking for, I couldn't find it. Until the despair and frustration that I felt searching, desperately looking for the knowledge, manifested something that I didn't expect, that I didn't know that I could make. I wonder whether I could give you the vessel of that knowledge.
Every gift to make this work better is gratefully received, but if this is meant to be some kind of negotiation for return, it is not something I can do. They belong to it now.
You cannot give back what you have taken in exchange for something that can give you much, much more.
It is not in my power to do. I created them with a singular purpose. They will continue to fulfill that purpose unless they are destroyed. And I would ask you very kindly not to destroy my children.
They have taken something very precious from me. Your god will learn nothing from it. It is meaningless to your god, but it means everything to me.
What did they take from you?
Knowledge of a mortal worlds away. Meaningless to your god. Everything to me.
What about that mortal?
What know you of love?
I would like my child to know love.
expense of someone else's love?
Yes. It is more important. When you are dead and buried and long gone, it will exist forever. It is more important.
To what purpose? Your god is the god of what?
I don't know yet. I'm hoping that it will be able to do something the others cannot, that I cannot. But I don't know yet.
It's Paloma's voice that comes out of Copper.
Yep.
And it's this purpose that you speak of. Where did you find it?
I deduced it. I was given the power over life and death. I do not know how or why or by whom. And at first I thought I have to destroy things or understand death, but I've decided to make life instead.
Destruction is a damn sight easier than creation.
Evidently. I would like to return to my work now.
It is possible we have acted rashly, perhaps. This is...
You would leave your daughter a shell?
I would do everything in my power, if it were possible, but it seems we are fighting insurmountable odds. Where is the note?
Another lost tool in the great purpose.
It is a great purpose. I'm sorry you can't see it.
I'm sorry, Speaker. We have made many great strides toward the ending of an evil empire, but if we do not know the purpose of this, we do not know anything. I acted on impulse, and we've been punished for it.
Then what was the purpose of this? Of the things that we lost? If we do nothing?
I do not even remember why I came here. That was stolen from me as well. You deal in universes and gods, and you care so little for mortals.
Maybe by knowing all of your memories, it will care more than I can.
Have you lived among the living?
Not exactly, no.
Then what do you know of what the living need in
Nothing.
a god?
That is why I created things to absorb memory for it.
There are times where you can ask for the things that you want.
This is new information. I will consider it, thank you.
A life is not a series of facts in a book. It is the time that you spend. It is the smells and the sights.
And he has taken them.
Yes. Now I have all of those. And my child will gain great knowledge from them.
You've taken fractions. You are creating a tyrant.
I hope not.
Do you think that something conceived from a creator that will take what they want without asking permission, do you think that the god that you create can understand empathy?
It is not me. You all understand this empathy. Therefore, it will understand that empathy.
And that's the logical leap that you've made.
Yes.
Friends, we are not equipped. We must retreat. Surely. We have lost one of our number?
We have lost 2 of our number. I do not know who you are.
Oh, I know you, Speaker, and I trust you. And I will bow to whatever wisdom you have, but I'm telling you now, as someone who has witnessed your acts, that I do not see a winning scenario here. The girl come back and scream and punch and kick, but I don't see how we achieve anything here.
If you disagree, I am willing to settle it as we were before. I understand sometimes that violence is necessary.
Can I ask you to wait? The experience that you have of these worlds, of the people within it, are so minimal. You've taken from 2 people, 3 people. If you stop this, pause it, come with us, and learn people, learn empathy, learn to exchange things willingly. Learn what it is that people need from the people that your God would be serving, not just what you think that they will need. What gives you that authority? It's something that you can earn from learning the people around you. Wait, come with us, live a lifetime amongst people, earn their love, and maybe you will know what a ruler will need.
But I do not need to know that. Once my task is complete, I will cease to exist.
What if you could take 30? All at once? To bring your creatures here to feed upon 30 memories, lifetimes. You can't feed on them yourself.
I do not wish to.
No, but your creatures, your shadowy creatures?
That is their task, yes.
Inside this vessel are 30 lives, more numerous and complicated than you could ever imagine. A veritable buffet.
Are you offering them? Because anything to make my creature understand better is willingly and gratefully received.
You would cast Waywocket's sacrifice aside so easily.
I would ask you to bring them here, and then whatever were to happen would happen. Feast away.
Are you trying to get them here so you can punch them and get stuff back?
Yeah! Or other people can punch them and get stuff back. I don't see any other way out of this. I want my little girl's memory back. And I have 2 people here who can punch them. And magic of some kind. Otherwise, we walk away with nothing.
Yes, that is.
I agree.
This is all I have.
You ready?
I'm going to the because I'm still dead.
True.
You're somewhere in the celestial U-turn.
Fuck's sake, guys.
This is to be honest, Paloma would sacrifice everything to get her girl back.
Cool, roll me a deception check.
Oh, I took that completely at face value.
Yeah, me too for a second. It's a professional accent, you know.
And that is a deception.
Yes, please.
Ooh, that is a 7. This is not a diplomatic team.
No, it is not.
But I'm not trying.
over here.
To be honest, I'm not trying to deceive. I'm saying feast upon these memories. That is what I'm saying, and it's true. She will give up every single person in that construct to, and some of them would also willingly go forward after spending hundreds of years in the company of that girl. the deception. I mean, if they didn't pick up on it, there's no reason why anyone else should.
It's a tricky one.
I leave it to you.
Yeah.
She means it.
It doesn't really hang around with the living. It doesn't understand it.
She means it.
Advantage on the roll.
But she's giving an opportunity for punching.
Do you want a different
I
dice?
kind of want to use a different dice, but it feels
mate,
weird
if you
not
use
to
a
use
different dice,
copper,
you're not
right?
gonna
Yeah,
get it.
right? Okay, well, either this is going to go super heroically and cool. It's lower. That's a 4. These dice, though.
You need to get some new dice.
These are made of copper.
It's what's on the inside that counts.
Yeah, I need a fucking dice made of ghosts.
I would like to ask you to leave, please.
Very well.
Just a quick perception check.
On
You know what?
what? Looking for shadows?
Yes.
Sure.
16.
They're not around, man.
Of course they're not.
We must regroup.
I'm sorry you're upset.
I left with the team. I return with strangers.
This is my work.
You will see me again.
Copper leaves. That was the gambit. It didn't pan out. Because this game sometimes sucks.
I will wait until the other two made their way out. I'll take them back.
Grace, anything particular Kithvir wants to do before you leave?
Is the chicken undead?
Somebody write that down.
I use it on
When they're two, I use both.
The read thoughts. Do everything you want to do.
Sorry, this feels really important.
No, it's totally fair.
A lot of spells to go through.
I got a spell here that says kill chicken.
Cook chicken.
Fool's rotisserie.
I'm going to try one more time. Sometimes the thing that you make a second time is better. Come with us and learn people, learn what people need, and return to this and create a better God than the one that you think you can create now. And what I'm going to do, Chris,
Yes.
is cast suggestion.
Wow.
I have to try.
You do? I agree with you. So, wisdom saving throw, correct? The DC is 15, correct?
Use one of my dice.
Use this one. This one's super great.
No, please don't give him that one.
No, he's gonna do
No,
it.
don't use my die. No,
No.
I refuse to let you do that to me. Because if you roll a 20, then that's the 120 that one had in it.
No, give him the dice.
I'll give you mine and put some good juju on it.
15 to beat?
Yeah,
Curse is transferable.
We rolled a 1 on that first high five.
It's not a super strong spell.
No, but Jesus, anything feels like a win right now.
You've got 8 hours.
Hours.
So it's enough to put the super powerful death chicken on the Nexus. I'm not here next month. Sure, I'll have a ball.
There's going to be someone else's problem.
Yeah,
probably,
somebody else's
maybe.
problem.
Will you allow me to adapt the suggestion for ease of organising a game properly?
No, yeah.
Thank you. Maybe I should try again. I will try again. I think I'll observe you. Thank you for your suggestion. It was very useful. And it just steps back, the glowing necrotic energy around the unicorn fetus. No, fetus unicorn. Yeah, does that way around. Stops going and it starts just... It looks mournfully at the cock, raises an arm which just falls off as it goes. It just collapses into undeath and dust. We will see each other again, as you have said. Thank you for your suggestion.
Grow and listen. Ask. Share. Share with people.
Disappears. Gone.
Can I flip the eye on?
Yep.
Any necrotic energy knocking about now?
Remnants?
Remnants?
Yep.
Nothing shadow shaped? No, it's not. It's never that easy. Is there anything left of Waywocket?
There's no body.
Like, yeah, I know, but just like a satchel or a scalpel, or just fucking anything.
Somewhere in the temple is her holy symbol.
That is fair. Some of the temple is her holy symbol to a god she no longer worships.
I'll just be disrespectful.
No. It was an all or nothing deal.
Still don't know why I came here.
What became of the gnome?
Gone.
Killed? Why were we willing to walk away from this fight if one of our compatriots were killed? Surely vengeance.
Not killed, gone. She gave her life for you. Both of you.
Who was I to her? Why would she do something that selfless?
She tried to take ours before.
It seems the 5th double cross was the one that stuck.
I could kiss you right now.
Then I suppose we need to go back to the Nexus. I'm growing weak. I cannot maintain this.
Yes, as quickly as possible. Can we access the dream again?
Is there anything before we go?
There's nothing here for us now. At least they didn't take his name from me.
I think I'm taking him with me. Cedric? She liked him.
Certainly.
Perhaps it will aid in jogging memory. I don't know how we're going to do this.
The 3 of you step away from this central space, walking back towards the altar. easily get out of the hole in the ceiling. You don't have to go through the tunnel of doom. And you leave behind a dusty temple on a forgotten world somewhere. As you all leave and go, Kithvir, you get a strange sense of a shadow and to turn back slightly. But there's nothing there. Nothing you can see. You can't see, because it's too faint even for you to see, the faint outline of a gnome's shadow ever so slightly burned into the ground. And that's where we'll end today. Fucking hell. Oh.
This is a game we play for fun.
Thank you.
My new character is Chase McCracken.
And on that bombshell, thank you for coming.
I know.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah.
I'm going to go drink a lot. Good.
Oh, mate.
If you enjoyed tonight, we're here on the first Tuesday.
You enjoyed
of every
tonight?
month.
You enjoyed tonight? There's something wrong with you.
I don't know that I enjoyed it.
We are on the first Tuesday every month. At least we will be from next month. So do join us here to continue the story and what happens next and find out if the chicken does turn up to understand humans better. Okay, that's writing some new stuff. Cool.
I'm super down for having like a chicken roommate. I feel like the next episode needs to be like a 70s style thing.
I mean, to be fair, there is now a vacant room in the next episode.
Oh,
And a cyborg cat with no owner.
I mean, anyone wants to move into Waywocket's room, they're very welcome to try.
Yeah,
There
they
are
will
lots
die.
of traps.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if there's a chicken coming to live in the Nexus, the chicken's staying with the other chicken.
Listen, if there's a freakish undead chicken coming to the Nexus, it'll blend right in.
Guys, I've got to do a bit.
Yeah,
We also have another show called Mixtape, which is on the last Wednesday of every month. That's at the Market House in Brixton. And it's a Pay What You Decide show because we play a different game every month. This is D&D, and we do this every month like this. But there are other role-playing games that you may also enjoy. Next month, we're playing a game called Lady Blackbird, which Chloe will be running.
Yes. And it's the end of this month.
It's the end of this month. The end of this month. Chloe's going to be running Lady Blackbird. And I get to play as space. I never get to play. I get to play as space pirate.
You get a choice of 5 pre-written characters.
One of them is a space pirate, and I'm taking dibs on the space pirate. Anyway, that's me. If you want to support what we do in a different way, we have a Patreon, which allows us to do everything that we do. The mics, the cameras, the room, everything is covered by the Patreon. So without that, we couldn't run what we do. So if you can help us in any way, do pop on there. It's Adventures Wanted on Patreon. If you're on there, you get homebrews from the games, all the items that they're carrying, all the classes that we've homebrewed for them. You get access to live streams that we do for example, Mixtape is live streamed for patrons only, then becomes available after the fact, so you get to get in there first. You also get to vote on what we play in every Mixtape show. There's a choice of 3 every month, and you get to choose part of that if you're a patron. Also, being a patron gives you a free ticket to this show, and if your patronage is of the level of that, then it's the same thing. So if you enjoy this and want to come back, and then you can just effectively pay for ticket by doing it on Patreon, wouldn't that be nice? So that's an option there if you wanted to. The Death Chicken stats are on Patreon. I'd forgotten that. Yeah, they are.
So if you're curious about just how boned we were,
why not try your own home game?
Kill all your players.
Yeah.
this is the worst thing where someone goes, "Oh no, I actually looked at the Death Chicken site. I think you could have taken it."
You were that close.
We're also on all the social medias. I'm a bit old to know about how all that works. But we're Adventurers250 on Twitter, but everywhere else on like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch is where everything is streamed on YouTube and Twitch. We're Adventurers Wanted. These 4 wonderful players dealt with that incredibly well. I'm very, very happy with all of you. Very well done. Some of you have things you want to plug, things that you do you want to talk about that aren't just, I'll play day to day. So starting with Grace, or should I come to you at the end?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
No,
Starting with
sure.
Grace. Tell them what you do.
Hi, I'm Grace. I am a skilled leather worker and saddler, believe it or not.
Award-winning.
Yep, multiple award-winning.
There
Yep,
we go.
that's what I do. If you are interested in having any very beautiful leatherwork commissioned, please contact me on Instagram at Farouche_leatherwork, FAROUCHE_leatherwork. If you like pretty tool stuff, just come and throw me some likes and stuff.
It is pretty cool stuff.
Make me feel better.
Give me your internet points.
Dang.
Yeah.
My name is David Owen, and I said that at the beginning, and I'm saying it again now. I'm an actor. I do acty stuff. Professional at the moment. So keep an eye out for the film called Election Night, which will be, I think, supposedly coming out at the end of the year, in which I star. I die.
You get a gnarly death scene.
Yes, which is spoilers, but whatever. Keep a lookout for that. That should be out by the end of the year. If not, I'll be spamming all of the internet with trailers, hopefully by the end of the year. And I'm going to be doing other stuff as well. But I'm an actor, so I don't know what it's going to be.
Aren't you penciled for a...
Oh, a Korean washing machine commercial,
Yeah.
So if you're in Korea, contact your local authority and
Contact your local authority about washing machines?
beg for me. I don't know. I don't know how Korea works.
It's a country like any other.
Well, we don't have anything out at the moment, so I guess I'll plug on behalf of Tom, as he's not here. If you like D&D, there's a chance you also might like alternate history and immersive theatre shows in that vein. And if that is true, then you should go and see For King and Country and For King and Country 1944 at the Collab Factory. I'm not sure how you buy tickets because I'm not actually in them, but I guess if you put into Google, it'll probably come up. I think it's through Design My
I
Night.
believe tickets are available on Design My Night.
Yeah. And you don't have to have seen For King and Country to enjoy 1944, so you can just buy tickets for that one if the first one is sold out, which it usually is now. Go see that.
Cool. This is a lovely theatre, isn't it? If you'd like to come back and see another lovely show in this theatre, you can come back this coming Wednesday. I'm in an improv group called Jack Left Town. We do an improvised rockumentary here every month, and the next one's coming up this Wednesday. We also have 2 guest improv groups in the London improv scene. It's always a really fun, really enjoyable night. So please come along to that. The other thing that I would really like to plug is I've been doing some lighting and sound design work for a show called Wolf, which is by a very talented solo performer called Lewis Doherty, and he basically does a one-man 80s action movie. He plays all the characters, he does all of the sound effects. I'm just there for backing music and making sure it looks pretty. It is at the end of the month at the Soho Theatre, so the 21st, 22nd, 20th, 21st and 22nd, and then there's just been an extra night added on Monday the 24th. It is a really, really good show, and there's nothing else quite like it, so I recommend that you go to the Soho Theatre website and buy a ticket for it.
Boom. Thank you, Chaz. Lovely. Well, the only person left to thank is Chloe for all the amazing sound effects.
On point.
Thank you all for coming. Now, please go and get very
Also,
drunk.
thank you to Chris.
Ah.